Oh
Mhm.
my God.
Bitches.
It
And
is. You made it. I'm going to play these buttons all night now. What's going on, people?
Hey.
It's a wonderful weekend coming.
I hope everybody's doing well.
Hey, SKS.
2 weekends in a row. Ow, ow!
Right on.
I know we might get 4 people watching tonight.
What is the, how do we get out of that, Steve? I want to see the chat, Steve. See, Steve fucked us all up on. It's all Stevie's fault. Oh, there we go. SKS, what's up, kid? How the hell are you? Good to see you again. So,
Buttons. Huh?
I'm stuck with fucking Michigan people. And I don't even have Ohio to help me out here.
Just go back and forth.
Fucking Jezzo's not here. I got nobody. I'm stuck with a bunch of fucking palm knockers that send fucking photos. Oh, we're going to fucking Stevie and Susie.
And we were all sitting on that couch right there.
Yep.
And
Let
we
me
all,
tell you something, Mike. After them 2 days, I can barely keep my eyes open. Them girls done wore me out.
I figured you guys
Yeah.
went to sleep when we left.
Stevie, let me make it 3 times tonight. Asshole.
Did you notice Susie was pointing at Steve's palm and Steve was pointing at Susie's palm?
Yeah.
Hey, listen. Hey, listen.
Hey, listen.
I don't know. Hey, you know what I did?
What'd you do?
I left here like fucking Tuesday afternoon last week.
Oh, you were supposed to work Monday.
I was. That I was. But you know what?
What?
Wasn't feeling it.
Uh-oh.
Wasn't feeling it. When have you ever called out of work because you just weren't feeling it?
Hmm.
Been a while.
Yeah, your whole attitude's changing for the better, I might add.
It's been a while since I did that.
Yeah. It ain't no sense working yourself to death for F's sakes.
So,
Steve, I
it's,
missed you. I missed you this week, buddy.
I know you were surrounded by chicks, man.
I told him he has to go next time because you guys need some guy time.
Right?
I'm down.
Trust me, I would have my guy time all by my fucking self.
I was as nervous as a cat in a room full of knockers chairs.
Too many women in one spot for me.
Well, they
I wouldn't be any good on a threesome.
They
Nope.
had their girl time. I sent them all out for breakfast, and I stayed home. So, hurried up real quick in the corner.
Oh my gosh. No.
Had time to bust one.
That's good that you guys are able to do that.
Oh, we had a ball. It didn't do much. I mean, it was only 2 days. Not a lot you can do except for talk.
Listen.
Holy crap! I had a sore throat from all the talking.
Listen, I could sit in the chair and do nothing and be fucking happy.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm serious. Like I sit on my porch for hours, and like I did it earlier tonight. I fed the boy, and he was watching the game, and I went out and sat on the front porch. I was probably out there for 3 hours.
Nice.
And the good part about that is one car went by
Yeah.
on the road, and I was like, because I'm not used to being on the front road. So I mean, I'm on the front road in my camp, but the lake road is, I don't know, 60 yards, 70 yards. So, but during the summer, you're always hearing, but it's so fucking quiet. I absolutely love it.
If you turn off your phone and sit still for a minute here, it is so quiet your ears start buzzing.
Yeah. The only thing I try to do is I go online to find out what animal I'm listening to.
Right.
Because some of them I don't know.
It's a raven.
Yeah, right.
My mom texted me last Monday night. Yeah. And she goes, "Do you hear the coyotes?" I go, "They're probably between us." She's up on the hill, about, I don't know, not a half a mile, a little less than a half a mile away.
Oh,
And,
really?
Yeah. We're all on the same 70 acres, 80 acres,
Oh.
whatever the fuck it is.
Cool.
But I said, they're probably on a deer. And she's like, all the noises in the woods don't bother me except for the coyote. Are you kidding me? I could fall asleep with coyotes and be like
Right.
that.
Yeah, I just don't like hearing them because I think they're out there chasing them fawns and stuff.
It's what they do. It's nature.
Yeah, I understand, but I want to have some deer for my nature.
That's right.
Well, you had your opportunity to shoot fucking 12 of them at one time, but chose not to.
Oh, we had 3 show up here today. Where were they? On this side of the creek or the other side of the creek? Were they?
Mhm.
So right outside the back door, basically.
You need
No,
a
they were
crossbow.
out back.
Well, there's some out there, but there was some walking across by the outhouse.
Yeah, that's across the creek.
Oh.
I
Why
call
am I
our
echo-
little bridge a creek.
Oh,
It's bone dry right now,
I'm
but I still
thinking-
call it the creek.
I thought you were talking about that creek over there.
Nope.
Dish and I held hands when we went to the outhouse together because it was so scary.
Aw.
All right. Listen, we're going to take turns talking. I want to see who's echoing.
Okay.
Who are you talking now?
All right, go ahead, Dish.
Hello, everybody.
It ain't you. Go ahead, Steve.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Huh.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Shalisa.
Testes 1, 2, 3.
Is it me?
I don't hear it, Mikey.
Yeah, I don't either.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
I hear it. That's good. Do you hear it?
Yeah, it must be just coming through your stuff.
Well, probably because the fucking music thing is on.
Hi.
Hang on.
Music thing.
Yeah, listen.
Wow, that's an old school YouTube song.
Yeah, come on. Oh my gosh.
All right, I muted that. See what
Yeah.
happens.
Spank
Oh,
me,
still
Bobby.
there.
Why are you watching porn while we're going on live stream? You can't wait till later?
I don't watch porn.
Well, sure
How's-
sounded
what the-
like it.
That's like going to a strip joint.
Can't touch him.
That's just dumb.
It's just dumb.
Shut up, that guy.
I'll say take all your money.
Shut
Woohoo!
up, that guy.
Gunpowder Beauty.
Hey, Gunpowder Beauty.
What's up, kid?
Hey, gunpowder.
Gunpowder, what are you doing, Malcolm? What are you like, do you have anything going on?
What the hell was that?
Me, bourbon.
Oh, you sounded muffled for a second there.
Yeah, you sound terrible.
Sounded like this.
No, that was my
You read the text.
Texas.
second 1 o'clock this morning. It's fucking always sitting on the toilet, goes to pick up these fucking drawers to his stomach to get the hell to do. And he leaned over, fucking whacked his fucking squats on the fucking. It's like a wicked small dresser that my wife has towels in it or whatever. He whacked the fucking head right off the thing, blood everywhere.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh great, 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm taking her out to the fucking hospital. So let me see that right over there again.
Uh-oh.
So I'm like, we'll make fucking, what do you call it, stitches? What do you call those?
Butterfly.
Butterflies, yeah.
Band-Aid.
Yeah, I took a Band-Aid, left it in the package, cut it in half.
That's not your phone.
No, it's right there. I got stick with it.
Oh, I see.
No, okay.
No. Little Miss Drumstick Stealer. She gets up. I got to go get my phone so I can see the comments. Comes back with ice cream. I'm like, that's not your phone. Oh, quit being
Tell me
mean.
it's the
Sit
last
on the
one.
Don't be getting your nuts all over the floor.
eat.
I'll just pick it up and lick it.
That's what my mom used to tell me.
I'm not touching either one of those.
Right.
I'm trying to behave. I don't know why.
Anyone watching who doesn't understand, she's got one of those nutty royal like ice cream cones with
Yeah, way to get this all out of it.
Drumstick.
There it is.
Num. Only one bite.
Only one bite, guys.
$10.95, folks. $10.95. Last one in the world.
so
Yep.
Where are we at?
YouTube.
Yeah, so I left here
YouTube.
like
My channel.
12:30, 1:15 on Tuesday. Got back up here last night at like 9:30.
There you go.
So I had a little 2.5 day hiatus out of here.
There we go. Cutting.
Now Susie's spying on everybody's comments.
Okie dokie.
Right there.
I got a
Deformed.
a mentally challenged water bottle. It will not stand up. Fucking thing. I didn't
You
want to
must
say
be
the R
64
word.
years old. What the fuck did anyone hear that he spoke something, but that shit wasn't English. I said, are you busy or do you want to come on? You fucking sudden. Bless your heart.
Who's he swearing at now?
Gunpowder Beauty.
bless your heart, figure that out.
You're lucky I like you.
I like how she threatens you with, I'm gonna bless your heart.
Yeah.
Bless your
With a throat punch.
Yeah, Gunpowder, you could have been in the club, but you left because you little sissy cold bones.
Yeah, get your ass back up here and be a palm
Like-
knot.
It's like I tell every woman, other than my mother, if you're gonna hit me, you better be wearing a rubber.
This
By the way.
stupid camera. 1 minute's nice and light, and then it gets dark.
Oh, that's why. That's why I had to figure out which one's which. Fuck.
Trying to hide.
Powder Beauty says, I just got out of the damn shower. Let a chick get dressed. Ding.
Ha! That's good for my, hey, how come I'm not in the thingy? Oh, I am. Mike's gone.
Yeah,
Welcome to my chat, everybody.
it was hard to understand.
That's what he said. How come I'm not?
And thanks, Gunpowder, for the spank bag ammo. Will we be?
Do it again. Oh, dude.
What? Because we're on YouTube.
I don't hear it.
Obviously, Mike is having technical difficulties right now.
You go.
You're out there, JY. Say something. Please.
Yeah, we say. Don't have to watch it.
No. Welcome to WKRB, to the world's most top annoying songs.
The world's most annoying song. Oh, it's okay. Yeah. We're taking requests. Let's do your request.
Honey, I got this blasting in my ear and you're talking that away. You gotta talk my way. You want me to hear it. No, I can't see it.
I'm not gonna ride.
And that was a big
Right.
Oh no!
That song is copying like 4 different songs all in one. Like almost sounds like them, but not quite. I hate that. There he is. Sort of.
That was cool, right? I just wasn't on the stage. I couldn't add myself, which was stupid. Hey, shut that music off.
We can't.
Is that me?
Yes.
It's gonna start over again.
Yay! Where's the applause?
So listen.
Yeah.
What's this button do?
No, stop. So I had two. I was hearing an echo, and I it was irritating the shit out of me.
Right.
But it was me because when I left and came back the last time, I was still in. Like, remember when I was in here twice?
Yes.
I never closed the whole window. I only kicked myself out of the other one.
Okay.
So
I'm sorry. All I
now,
heard was I didn't close the hole.
so now I drop out. It's just you three here, but I'm still here looking at my phone, and I can do anything I want. I can fucking kick people out. I can add people. I can do it. I just couldn't add myself. I'm like, how the fuck can I not add myself? So I had to go on Facebook, grab the fucking link, do it all over again. But then it said your mic's not going to work. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I had to do that all over again. But anyways, so you like my blue background?
Yes.
Blue is a fine.
That's my birthstone, sapphire.
Oh, okay.
And Steve-O's favorite color.
Cool.
That's mine too, blue. Well,
Amazon blue, I call it.
no, it's not Amazon blue. It's like a Smurf color, ain't it?
It looks just like an Amazon shirt.
No, Amazon
Real hot.
shirts are powder blue.
And there's even, no, they're not. And there's even coats out there now that have the Amazon colors on them. Every time I see one, I go, oh, there's an Amazon worker.
I don't know if I should have a cup of coffee.
Oh, man, that sounds good. I need some kind of jolt.
I don't need a jolt. I don't even know what I want because I'm trying not to smoke again.
Okay.
Oh,
I should say still, but it's between that and the prednisone making me eat everything under the fucking sun. Jesus Christ.
you need like rice cakes or something crunchy that just satisfies the urge.
Dude, I gained like fucking
And by the
25
way, they got rice cakes in caramel flavor that are pretty freaking good.
I gained 25 pounds.
Damn.
I got on the fucking
Why you killed me?
I used the
There
The
you
light
go.
was in the way.
Oh,
I used
gotcha.
I used the lift fucking
Sorry.
scale the other night. And then like an idiot, I take a fucking picture of it, send it to my wife, and she goes, "Is that your handheld thing to tell you how much things weigh at work?" She's like, "Yeah." She goes, "What's that number in the upper right hand corner?" I'm like, "Fuck you."
Steve, the secret to the tasty caramel rice cakes is they add a little bit of puff corn to it. If you notice, they have little yellow spots. That's what
Yeah.
makes it so good. The sugar and the puff corn. It's not just rice.
Got
Sweet,
you.
tricky. Num num.
Them Quaker ones aren't too bad. They're not great, but
I
once
like
you get in the mood.
Meyer brand's better.
I ate a half a gallon of blackberry ice cream the other night at home by myself.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Me.
Congratulations.
Blackberry or black cherry?
Blackberry.
Huh, never tried that.
Uh-uh.
Best
That
ice
sounds
cream out
yummy.
there. No, not blackberry. What the fuck did I say? Black raspberry.
Yeah, that's close enough.
Black raspberry.
Man,
You know what the funny part is? If I went by a black raspberry bush and ate one, I wouldn't like it.
Black Bush.
You probably would in a bowl with sugar and milk,
Probably.
or
But
in
like
your
blueberries?
pancakes.
I love blueberry donuts, blueberry muffins. But to go pick blueberries and eat them off the fucking, can't do it.
Yeah, they're not as good as in something. I agree.
Yeah.
See, I think they're better.
Do you?
The wild ones compared to the store-bought ones, I think
Oh,
they're a
that
lot
might be-
better.
Especially if Susie's cooking one of those cakes that she made with the freaking blueberry with all the freaking glaze over
Oh.
it. Oh my God.
Okay, hey, food chat. Hey, food chat. Now it's your fault.
You started it. You started it. Ice cream, raspberry, black raspberry. You started
Ice cream's not a food, it's a dessert.
Blue,
started it.
blueberry buckle. That cake is called.
Oh, yummy.
Oh my God, it's so good. All right, now I miss my oven. might have to go buy a stove tomorrow.
In the grill, just get creative. Cook
Where in the
it.
hell would we put a stove? That shelf thing would have to go.
Yeah.
Just buy one of those camp ovens and put it in your grill.
Right.
Oh, I got a stove, Stevie.
He's got a stove too, but he doesn't have an oven. You got an oven?
Yeah, well, what do you mean you don't have an oven? Oven's part of the stove, ain't it?
He's got a Coleman
Well,
stove.
yeah. All in all, yeah.
Yeah, but mine's electric. I don't really like electric stoves.
Yeah, I ain't doing that. Oh, little note to all the homesteaders out there. If you got a Keurig, change it because they use a lot of power off your solar.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
Making some funny noises when we were sitting on the deck smoking a
Yeah.
cigarette. Every time the Keurig came on,
Oh, that's
Yep.
smart. SKS says Dutch oven.
Dutch oven. There you go. Yeah. Thanks, SKS. That's way better. Way better. What was I thinking?
You talk about blankets over the head Dutch oven or cast
No.
iron?
You know
Iron
better.
silly.
Stop it.
Dutch oven. Hey, you know what? I have a Dutch oven.
Me too.
Actually, technically, I do have a Dutch oven, and I got this one frying pan that's like 6 inches deep, which would work as one.
What's a Dutch oven?
The big cast iron thing that's got the lid and the handle.
That's a Dutch oven?
Yeah, and the wire that you can carry it by.
Oh.
I got the little one in my old pans that I haven't cleaned up yet.
Mm-hmm.
My yard sale pans. Woo, woo.
Man, I got that stupid tune in my head.
Yeah, thanks. Well, there's a trick on some of the YouTube music. I've noticed it. The free music, it's like they almost copy a popular tune, but not quite. They'll have 3 out of the 4 chords in there, and then it makes me think of the popular tune.
Okay.
When you eat at Culver's, they play the popular songs, but in a acoustic version, and they're not always the same singer.
That's
Right.
Excuse me.
Oh God, don't get that stupid song stuck in my head. That's right. That's where we heard that song. We looked it up when we got home because it was stuck in our head all the way home.
I've had the same song stuck in my head for a fucking week.
Oh, Lord. The only way to cure that is find it on YouTube and play it.
I did.
Over with.
I did. I hit repeat and played it again.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, it only amplifies it for me. I want to hear it more.
Rod Stewart, I don't want to talk about it.
Wow, that it wasn't even one of his huge smashes, was it?
Not until the 90s when he redid it. Now, why does my TV do that? In the middle of the game, the fucking thing shuts off and goes back to all the apps.
Oh, I don't know.
That sucks. Probably because it's free.
No, it ain't. It's probably because my wife either signed on or my daughter signed on.
Oh, and change the channel on you?
on another device.
Right.
So I'll probably get an email or a notification shortly.
Somebody's using your thingy, your account. Do you recognize this person? Hey, you could be a dick and throw them off the... So, what game are you watching?
I was watching Arizona State and Baylor. I got YouTube TV.
In the cabin, you shouldn't have any TV.
Why?
Just
So you
check.
go outside and smell the pines.
I need something for the boy. What are you kidding me?
Oh, okay.
And I like
Take-
watching TV.
Take him out on the porch and put a bunch of breadcrumbs on his lap and let the birds land on him and eat the breadcrumbs.
No, I don't have any. I don't have any Canadian Jays.
No, the chickadees would do it and stuff too.
No,
Yeah.
not a lot of those around here. I got like 4 or 5 owls that live between my cottage, my cousin's cottage, my other cousin's cottage.
Well, that's cool.
Got them thinned out a little, eh?
Oh my god! And they're like the size of fucking. They're eating good. I can tell you that. They are not starving.
Pterodactyls.
They're fucking
There ain't a
huge.
red squirrel in 100 miles.
Well, that's the funny part. There is, but then it's like the squirrels know they're there because, like, I was watching a squirrel yesterday, and Tuesday morning, Monday morning, what the fuck day it was, and he come out. He's doing the little. He looked like one of those meerkats, looking around, runs 10 feet, looking around.
Right.
I mean, they know they're there.
They're high strung little suckers.
Hang on a sec, guys.
Alrighty.
I got one creeping towards our bird feeder. It's taken him about a week so far. He's working his way towards the house.
Hmm.
Sorry, bro, you gotta go. I don't want you in my attic.
Right.
Plus, rumor has it that they chase the big squirrels away because they're super aggressive.
I didn't know that.
That's what I've always been told. I don't know.
Okay.
Shalisa told me a story that the big squirrel was going after the red squirrel.
Okay.
I don't know.
And it was a gray squirrel.
Got you.
It surprised me because it's usually the little guys who are the badasses.
Right. I love that picture of Steve sniffing that bag of up north.
Mhm.
I'm going to see if you guys can see this video. I think the last time we talked about that woodchuck that eating
Yeah.
the camera.
Straight up, just start eating. Smacks his lips and just stares into the camera. It's like, I'm eating your garden. What are you gonna do about it?
Yeah, I'm eating your garden. Now Dish is going to go get a woodchuck.
Yeah, I love those things. I really do.
Bag of smell.
But I know that they're not good to have around.
We had one for a little while. My sister's boyfriend way back. I can't even remember how he got it, but it was a young one. And when it got older, he picked it up to hug it, and it bit his nipple.
Ouch.
So he let it loose after that.
I like the fact that woodchuck seemed to know what was going on here, so he just stood in front of that camera and just munched his
Wow.
like
Here I am.
When I feed the skunks outside, when I give them walnuts, they munch, smack. It's really funny. They're noisy eaters. Exactly.
They smacked their lips.
So
They're
anyone
supposed to.
watching, I wanted to bottle the smells up at Steve and Susie's homestead, but that's impossible. Steve said something about a Ziploc bag or something. He was talking about something else, and I'm like, yo, I can bag up the smells. And I put balsam fir and all different kinds of pines, leaves, everything. Sawdust, dirt. Ah.
That can be your go-to calm you downer. Keep it in your car.
You don't know this, but Dish does. I hid a little special treat inside for him. There's a
Oh,
can
yeah,
of
for Steve.
yeah, I bought him a can of chew and I snuck it in there. So he got a double gift.
A A can of stew?
Chew.
Oh, a can of chew. Got you.
It was pretty cool. It smelled really good.
Right.
Give me that tail.
I like our property. Certain times or certain heat, the pine trees smell real musky.
Yeah.
I love that. Susie's like, "What's that stink?"
It's
I was
on
like,
the
"That's
edge
the
of-
pines, baby."
It's on the edge of almost like it stinks, but it smells good.
Yep.
Kitty.
Oh, I got a couple more pictures I want to send you, Shalisa. You can show them to Steve.
I didn't know you guys were into that.
Hey, it's a new world, baby.
Okay.
It's a new age we're living in.
As long as there's no high heels and makeup.
Oh God, that's way too much work. Screw that. I don't understand how ladies can do that every day.
Are you guys friends on Facebook? You should be.
Yeah.
I don't even have his phone number.
Well, I don't have Dish's number. I send her stuff through Messenger.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll give it to you.
I didn't mean to make you feel bad.
I do. No, I'm kidding. I'll give it to you. No problem. I didn't even think about that.
Overnight.
It takes Dish sometimes up to 10 years to be able to trust somebody with a phone number.
Poor Dish.
She has issues.
Yeah, I got issues, trust issues.
You know, because there was that one time you trusted that person.
Yeah, that one time, that horrible time.
10 years took me about fucking 10 seconds to get her fucking number.
That one time in Bad Cramp.
I hope you're fucking happy.
Oh, that looks good, Mikey.
What was
Cheese
that?
or mustard? Mustard.
Hot pretzel.
Oh,
All right.
Hot pretzels are the best.
No way,
Was
man. Give me a
What, buddy?
mustard.
ew.
Oh.
Yum,
End
yum.
of the tube. Pardon me.
Someone needs more mustard.
Yep. Oh, that was funny.
Mustard.
We went through kind of a funny little time here where Susie forgot to bring the mustard up. So we bought one. And then she thought she forgot again, so she bought a couple more.
Oh, lots of mustard.
We ended up with about 4 big jugs of mustard.
Hey,
As long as they're not all open.
next time.
Yeah.
They'll last a lifetime if they're open or unopened. I mean,
Right.
hell, that mustard, it's good for you too.
Just about anything with vinegar in it just doesn't go bad. Like ketchup and
Yeah, I guess
just
it's turmeric in the mustard there. That's good for you.
I've eaten mustard where you had to stick a knife in there and get the crust off it.
No, I think
Petrified,
it's something more than
petrified mustard.
yeah.
Mhm.
He had to open it up and go all the way in.
Yeah, I know. That's a hell of a
Yuck.
You know, mustard, if you leave it long enough, will turn into a diamond.
It's the whole bag of salt for one pretzel that's probably going to do me in.
Oh,
Oh,
Right.
yes,
That
definitely.
made me think of that.
And then you're going to be dying of thirst. Why do you keep scrolling down?
I was reading.
I got apple juice over there, but that's like drinking piss.
Yeah.
Is it? I don't know. I've never done
It
that.
looks just like it.
Some dark urine.
You need to drink more water.
That scene in the movie where the guy has the pineapple juice and he puts it into the urine sample cup and he holds it up and the nurse goes, "That looks a little cloudy." He goes, "Well, let's run it through again." And he does the shot.
Oh.
Totally flipped the nurse out. That would be hilarious,
I know somebody who would do that.
Mike. You would do that.
What would I do?
Oh, never mind. I'm not repeating that whole sentence. It's too much, too long. Get out of my drawer.
Too disturbing.
What's that say anyway? Phone numbers and stuff?
It says Vietnam Veterans of America prompt pickup service. Take
Yummy, yummy.
deductible donation.
Oh, cool.
1-800
Okay.
vet.
Enough.
Wonder if they're still in service.
No, he probably got this at a veterans donation
Oh.
center or something.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
So I got this really cool book.
You reading the Bible?
Cool. It's awesome.
The Lost Ways, as seen on YouTube advertisements. And I was hoping it was a big coffee table book. That's the only disappointment I got, but there was some good stuff in here.
Show that to Steve one more time.
Hang on, I'm trying to.
Yep.
They won't let me solo them.
I've heard reviews about that book, though, Steve. Some of the information is omitted on some of that stuff. You might have to fill in the blanks. That's what I heard.
Okay, you mean a little bit sketchy
Yeah, maybe even useless. I don't know.
or edited?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll take it with a grain of salt. But at first, I haven't really read it yet, but at first glance, it looks pretty decent.
Okay.
You know, stuff like how to make charcoal, that, or you could just watch Shalisa Shell.
Uh,
Well, when she cooks,
I heard
How
some
to
of that
make-
stuff was bunk. Is
how
what
to
I-
make gunpowder.
Yeah,
black
let me
powder.
know. Give me a review on that, Steve.
oh,
Right
I
on.
could make it with. Hey, I can make it with gunpowder. Oh, you mean how to make gunpowder? Oh, I'm sorry.
Mike, you're gonna get your ass kicked. Keep talking like that.
Whoa!
Lumber snack visit you, man.
How to make gunpowder do what?
Be surprised what you can do with a honey bun and a cat of nine tails.
and how to make gunpowder? Gunpowder says, make gunpowder do what?
How to make gunpowder beauty wear a corset on your birthday chat. Yeah, girl. Yeah, I'll read a couple of articles in it, Steve, and if it sucks, you'll be the first to know.
Yeah, go through it and look at, if it's just a bunch of bunk or if it's real good information, because I'd like to have something like that too.
Right.
I have a book that is.
I'm going to try some of the edibles and the edible berries and stuff. Susie will let you know how it affects her stomach.
She gonna be a
Okay.
guinea pig?
Yeah.
Oh,
Somebody gotta do it.
somebody's got to read that to Mikey. Or can you read the chat?
Mikey doesn't read instructions. He can't make me do a thing,
Dang.
except maybe wear some leather boots. Okay. Making gunpowder. How to make gunpowder? Oh, I can make you do pretty much. You know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny shit right there.
Now he's got a waffle.
Wow, he can't stop. Try dirt.
Yeah.
Maybe dirt will curb it.
It won't. I can't. It won't. It won't end. It's terrible.
What, you got the munchies?
Yeah, 24/7. 24/7.
Carrots. celery.
I
Blah.
have all that shit here.
Carrot dip. Mm.
I know. Take a nice long walk in the woods and eat what you find.
Oh, no. There's much out there to
What
eat.
if he finds a bear or a coyote? It munchies.
Couple of pine cones, some acorns.
Oh.
Yep, you heard it right. Gunpowder.
I don't want to talk about it. You broke my heart.
Laughing. Munchies.
What if I stay here just a little bit longer?
Dish. I'm gonna have to buy a nice big flat boat, and we're gonna have to do a fishing trip down that river.
Oh man, I would love
A
that.
John boat?
Yeah, you know, the ones that are actually comfortable to fish out of,
Yeah.
not a fucked up canoe. I'm sorry, they got their use, but
Canoes are all right. Canoes are made to fish out of for one person, really.
yeah, kind of, and maybe
'Cause
some
unless,
gear.
unless the person you're with is
Canoe savvy.
experienced, because
Would you please stop that? I'm
You know.
looking.
Oh,
both of these can't be on the same. I don't know. It's just like when I used to go with my cousin. Him and I were like,
Mhm.
oh my God, you can't stop Baylor. Whew.
Finish the sentence. You talk about
But
when,
he would if I was fishing the left side of the left side of the canoe, he'd fish the right side, and then that
Yeah.
way we're not both leaning over to get a fish. We're not both on the same. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And we just
once
just
you
did it that way.
find a good canoe partner, you learn to yin and yang.
Right. Right. So, but I don't recommend it with people that either A, have never been in a canoe together, or B, one person doesn't know much about, you know what I mean?
Or
That's just me.
somebody-
I don't give a fuck personally. I just don't like capsizing, especially if you're on a river. Who the fuck wants to capsize on a river? You know?
Or don't share a canoe with somebody that can't relax and chill out.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, my ex-wife, she couldn't keep her mind centered on a boat. She had no concept of, if you lean over here on the left side or the gunnel or whatever, it's going to tip. And then she would freak out and panic
Right.
and make it worse. I mean, that's the only person I know that could flip a John boat. She was so off kilter. I just tell people, keep your mind in the center of the boat. When you're getting out, you keep your weight in the center until your actually foot is on land. So, you don't lean to get on the dock because the canoe will go out from under you. See that a lot on YouTube. It's funny as hell.
Yeah, Dish, I'm fine.
Okay, I didn't know because you were we couldn't see you and all we could hear was music, so I wanted to text you and make sure that you were okay.
I got you.
Yep.
Keeps watching that game. Oh, that was a good play. You almost got away.
I don't want to talk about it.
I'm gonna have to watch that Gunpowder Beauty.
I love that movie. Was it the older one, Gunpowder?
Piranha.
Piranha.
Oh, I've
Is that
seen
the
that
one?
movie.
Is that the
is
one
a
with the
good
fucking?
flick.
Is that the one with the fucking snake on the airplane?
No.
No, that's called Anaconda, not Piranha.
But on an airplane, that's kind of silly, ain't it?
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
horror movies are good, but it's got to be at least a little bit
look who's in.
realistic. You know what I mean? Like, look at Michael Myers. He was realistic. He went around killing campers and shit. You know?
I didn't see anything under the boat.
And you know what never seemed to amaze me? Why? Okay, so every horror movie
Mm-hmm.
Every horror movie, who's the first one to die? A guy. You know why? Because it's right after he bangs some fucking hot chick, and he's got to piss.
Right.
Gunpowder Beauty wants a glass bottom boat.
Glass bottom girls.
That's not the right words.
Oh, I thought it was. I'm sorry.
Make the rockin' world go round.
Oh, that's a good movie, SKS. You'll love it. It's hilarious.
What's that?
Cocaine Bear.
No
Oh,
chance.
stop.
I don't know anything about cocaine or a bear.
Hey, Gear.
What's up,
Kid,
dear?
what's up, kid?
Hi.
You never. Oh, I gotta get that song out of my head. Here, sing me a
dear,
song, will you?
if Otis was transgender, it could identify as a machete.
True.
What would that be? Trans hardware?
Yeah.
Should I
Oh,
stay till
I
Tuesday?
think, dear, I'm just a folk.
Yes.
Hello,
You
and,
I should.
um,
I should stay. I got enough clothes up here. He's got clothes up here. I got clothes up here. I'd have to go shopping though. I'd have to go food shopping.
Yeah.
Transgender.
I don't know if I can do that.
Get a boob job?
No, go food shopping.
Oh. No, you'd been there flirting for 4 hours.
Probably. Probably. My daughters yell at me all the time. Dad, you have to talk to people you don't know. I says all the time.
Yeah, how you gonna get to know them if you never
Yeah.
talk to strangers?
Dad, what? But you just talk to people and they talk back to you. Yep, that's called a conversation, you fucking nitwit.
My mom does that. And if she sees a baby or something in the store, oh my gosh.
Can
Look at the baby.
I pet your baby?
But what's wrong with that, though? You're just being sociable. We're sociable animals.
Yeah.
See, that'd be me and your mother. I wouldn't know your mother, right? And all of a sudden, I'd see her in the store. We'd sit there and talk for an hour.
You would. Yeah.
I have
And I love it. It's just how I am. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why I'm the way I am, but I don't really care. You know what I mean?
No, it's a good
What?
way to be.
Like there'll be a song in the store. I'll be singing it, and the girls will be like, "Dad, shut up." I'm like, "What I do wrong now?" I'm not talking to anybody. And then my oldest daughter has me on a fucking word count because she thinks I talk too much.
A word count.
Hey, dear.
I'm gonna take her word count for it.
So I said to her, I go, the other day, Wednesday or Thursday, which is her and I home alone in the morning. Well, Jake was home with me, obviously, but you know what I meant. And so I was talking to her, and she looked over, she goes, 10. And I'm like, seriously? She's like, Dad, I'm trying to do some stuff here, and you're talking to me. I'm like, Jesus Christ, you can't multitask?
If she's counting your words, is she counting your words?
What's that?
She was counting your words. That
Yeah,
was
I'm on a word count. Yeah,
well, then you must be multitasking.
I'm on a word count.
So you got one of them little devices that measures your steps. You hook it on your jaw, right?
So it's like, I'm like, all right, honey. If you tell them, I don't.
Instead of a stepometer.
Now,
I'm not a
now,
hermit.
Mike, Mike, tell me this. What happens if you have one of them days where you're just quiet and you just sit there? Do they start bugging you because you're quiet?
Not really. I mean,
What's wrong, Dad?
the only time they ask if what's wrong if they know, like they can see it on my face. But other than that, if I'm just quiet watching a game or quiet, reading a magazine or
Right.
Hunter journalist or whatever, no, they don't really bother me.
Oh, okay.
They don't ask.
Mhm.
But
You got to watch out,
probably-
Gunpowder Baby or Gunpowder Beauty. Those babies are catchy.
Right.
It's like a virus.
Yeah, so I'm the same way your mother is. I'll go in the store, and it's just I don't know. Inevitably, I wind up talking to somebody.
That's cool to be that way, though.
Yeah, you
And
never
they get
know.
mad at me.
You might be walking down the street, and that guy you talk to might grab your arm and stop you from stepping off the curb in front of a truck someday.
Right?
You know?
Yeah.
I always say to the girl at the counter, I'll say, like I'll say, I hope you're having a great day, blah blah blah, and I'll pick on the kid that's bagging, I'll be like, listen, this pretty young lady doesn't want to wait around for you, so you better hurry up. I go, listen, you're not doing anything I never did. Because I did this shit. I did this shit before your parents were born. I go,
Have you seen the videos of the young blue-haired kids with the nose in the ring complaining about having to work an 8-hour day?
Oh, yeah.
I had to work 8 hours today.
dude, I'm telling you right now, the internet and AI, okay?
Fuck.
The internet and AI are the worst things made. People lost their will
Wow,
to.
Ditch. Looks like you might have to do a little. Oh, you did it.
What's the matter? What am I missing?
Had to do a little blocking for. God, that ain't
Blocking?
happened
Who's getting
forever.
blocked in my chat? What happened?
I didn't block anybody.
You can block anybody you want. What happened?
Oh, somebody said it's in another language. Says I give fan of you dish, like 3 times. I don't know who it is. It's in another language.
All right, say goodbye.
That's okay.
Yeah,
if they're animal.
that squiggly language.
That's no big deal. Just say goodbye.
All right.
He did.
All right.
He got goodbye.
Gunpowder.
Had a group the other day at Walmart asked if they could pray for me. I said, no, that lady in the wheelchair, my mother-in-law, could use your prayers, though. That was very nice, Gear.
Yep.
That was nice of you to say that, Gear.
The computer was.
Who?
This.
All right, let's go outside and smoke.
I didn't even get to read
Alright.
it.
All right.
Sorry, Mikey.
He saw Stevie's cigarette.
Have a cigarette. But I'm gone.
Lisa will join you, Mike.
Oh, my good Christ almighty, it's cold outside.
We can light up together.
I think we're still kicking 70 here. It was nice today, though. I gotta say,
Only
the
64.
wind had a little bit of a bite to it. You could feel it.
No, the high got here. The high was here today. I think 64 to 65.
Oh wow, I love that weather.
Yeah, me too. As long as it ain't heat, it's supposed to be like fucking 80 here on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be liking that at all.
No.
It was humid all week. I'm like, hey, how about the AC? She's like, what? That was the first night. That was the night I ate the fucking half a gallon of black raspberry ice cream.
Big year.
Spent the next day sitting on the shitter.
I didn't. I was expecting to, but I didn't.
Wow! Congratulations. Got away with one.
Finally. Yeah, but then I'll eat like 4 crackers and be on the fucking toilet for a month. Oh my god,
Right.
a car just went by. Holy shit. 20 minutes of 11. Probably coming home from the fucking, what do you call it? Oh, so fucking peaceful up here.
Right on, dear.
The only thing that will make this better is that if this was like with no houses around.
Yeah.
No. Well, because the house lights are, the house lights, the street lights. Well, not the street lights, but
I think that's him.
they're not.
You know,
street lights.
funny, the first article in that book, The Lost Ways, is how to make a torch.
What I'm saying down here.
Just
Right.
saying. I
what I
know, it's
got hanging?
crazy.
You know, I got hanging in the tree over there, Stevie.
What?
A Coleman lantern.
Nice.
You know, I've been coming up here. Well, when my cousin had the place, I never came here. I never came to the cottage.
Mm-hmm.
But so when I took the cottage over, I wouldn't have thought that I take the cottage over in June, April, May. I don't know, whenever. I just noticed it
Cool.
Tuesday when I left. I'm like, I'm gonna take that off the tree, bring that inside, put some fucking.
It's not all grown into the branch and stuff.
No. He's got it on. He spiked he put a spike in the tree.
Got you.
And he hung it from a spike, so it's
You got to watch that shit. I tried to hang mine up on this part of the little drop in the ceiling, and
Yeah.
I went up there to get it off, and the fucking wall was like hot, like ready to ignite hot. It's like, holy shit, I forgot they put out heat.
Oh
So
yeah.
hanging on the tree might be a scary thing.
But it's a good fucking 6 inches from the tree, 8 inches from the tree.
That's good to go then. This was right up against it.
But I'm gonna bring it indoors and
Most of the heat comes out the top.
Yeah.
Which, is kind of obvious.
If they're not too expensive, get one of them shepherds hooks.
Monkey wants.
Yeah,
Monkey
there you
wants a
go.
house where you can
Monkey
shoot off the
bones.
damn porch. Yes, I do. And I got my wife watching real estate. The real estate guy I watched from Maine, and she goes, "How many people in the town? Just tell me how many people in the town." I go,
Yeah.
"There's 400 people in this town, babe." She was like, "Yeah, no."
Ooh. Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, but then in the summertime, they say it grows to like 4,000." She goes, "No." And I'm like, She goes, "Why do you have to be 8 miles from your neighbor?" I says, "I don't need to be 8 miles from my neighbor. Who the hell would I talk to?"
Rainbow Opry.
I'm a big fan of yours. Yeah. That's really
Didn't
I said-
see it here.
I just want a place where I did not watch the Opry tonight. Yeah, I've been watching the football game. Why? Who was on it? Don't even tell me. What's his name was on it?
I'm guessing Billy Strings with one of the guests. Michigan boy.
No.
What?
I didn't know that.
Was
Yeah.
Alan Jackson on it?
He broke his cherry all around. He lived down south in Michigan and then moved up to Traverse City. And when he was a kid, he used to play all the clubs around Traverse City.
Cool.
Yeah. That kid is a phenomenon.
Eric Church was in Boston tonight. Well, last night, one or the other.
Oh, cool. They're honoring Johnny and June.
Oh, okay. Oh, good.
The replay will be on YouTube. You can get it, I bet.
Yeah, usually I get the alert about it because I like watching the Opry because they have a lot of the older singers. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And,
Mike, I don't know if I'm subscribed or not, but sometimes I see videos on YouTube. There's a realtor that posts their house sales. They're gems on YouTube,
Well,
and
yeah.
he'll take you on a little tour of the cabin and stuff.
Yep.
And man, they have some nice ones on there. Little cabin on 100 acres for like 100 grand, 150 grand.
Yeah. Up here, because
Crazy good deals.
most of them is in tree growth, and there's some kind of rule with the tree growth that you can't go in. You can't. How is it? There's something about you can't take. You can take trees, but you can't take. I don't know. It's a fucking fucked up situation. But yeah, that's around up in Maine where I want to go. You can still get it for. You know, you can get an acre under $1,000, but it all depends what you want to put for. But the tax is still, especially if you go to a township,
Yeah.
or if you go to I like to refer to them as the codes, because it's R6 T6. You know what I mean? And that's what they go by. And if you do that, then that's fine. You know, you can go to I can own fucking 400 fucking acres and pay fucking $2,000 a year, if that. You
Right.
know?
Undeveloped, whatever.
Yeah. But the good part about Maine is you can put an outhouse in without well, let me say that certain counties in Maine. I hit Ad. How come he's not here?
I don't know, but me and Stevie switched places.
This is on top of Steve. Susie.
Yeah, but I hit
Oh,
Ad,
there he
Ohio.
is.
Ah, dang it! I was almost to heaven.
Hey, Ohio.
What's up?
Hey,
man?
Ohio.
Hello.
What's up, brother?
Dude, of course I get sick on the fucking weekends.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know, not feeling it. I just woke up
Aw.
actually.
You either, huh?
You just
I've been
don't
asking-
want to go out and chop wood. Oh, excuse me.
No, I'm waiting for Susie to get here.
Right. Hey,
there you
Vanessa.
go. Hi, Vanessa.
When's the big shindig at your place, Ohio?
I don't know, probably try to do something next year, like, I mean, I don't have a whole lot of property, but we could still set some tents up, or you could stay in a hotel somewhere close or sleep on my floor someplace. But
Well, save all that wood and have a wood cutting party.
wood cutting party?
Heck yeah,
Yeah, I could
I'll help.
definitely think about doing something. I'd love to get together, but
Come back, toss.
Sorry, I was mimicking a bird.
So yeah, back in.
although Steve's got the perfect place. I mean, if we did like a camp out, like a 4-day weekend camp out, it's like a
Yeah, buddy. And
It's like
to top it
Memorial Day
off,
weekend or Labor Day weekend or something like that. That'd be a great time to do something like that.
if somebody has
Bill,
to
let's
go
go again.
glamping, I have a campground right around the corner from me.
I
And
don't.
it has all the plug-ins and showers and all that
Oh,
stuff,
cool.
Showers.
Oh,
and a bed and breakfast.
You got a river?
Little hotel too in the woods.
You said you had a creek, right?
5 minutes away. 5 minutes away.
What, Mike?
You said you had a creek, right?
No, not here, not on the property, but with almost walking distance from the property,
Well, there you go.
like a quarter mile down the road,
Oh,
back
almost.
in the woods.
But I bet
That's
he
all right.
does have a ladder, and I could stand on the roof and pee on you, Mike, if you wanted to shower. If that was what you're talking about.
Hey, Pinascot, what's going on, kid?
Hey, P NASCARs.
NASCARs. Wow, been a while, bro.
Hi, PNASCARs.
Great to see you.
How was your
Holy
birthday?
crap. See what happens when you have a chat 2 weeks in a row, Mike?
People start coming back.
Say happy belated birthday to PNASCARs.
Right on. Happy birthday.
Birthday.
To you.
Happy birthday.
To you.
Happy
my God.
birthday, dear
Doing
Peanut
that cigarette.
Happy birthday to you.
Hair blowing in the wind.
Fist bump dish.
The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind.
Hey, Mikey, any info up there on the New Hampshire shooting?
They got one.
Do you know what it was about or over or what it was? Was it a country club or something? I just heard about it before I dozed off.
It was near the golf. So it was near a golf course. The problem with that is my daughter babysits for people that live on that golf course.
Yikes.
And so she called me and she said, there's a active shooter in Nashua. And I said to her, is a little Asian, 5'5" Asian guy carrying a toy gun. She says, no, Daddy. She says, there's people got hurt. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I heard on the radio somebody got shot
So,
in the face.
yeah. So then I said, okay, hang on. I'll call your uncle. So I called my brother and he goes, it's not the golf course near my house in Brianna's school. I says, I know. He said, how'd you know? I said, Brianna told me. I said, I'm just calling to see, what's going on. I says, I'm watching a football game, and I says, and they haven't said anything. And so he texted me a little while back and said, they got one, they just don't know the nature of the people that got hurt. They haven't released any of that yet. So they got one, looking for the other one still.
That sucks ass.
Which is weird because that shit really doesn't happen a lot. That shit really doesn't happen a lot in New Hampshire because, you get shot back at usually. But it's Nashua. It's Nashua, and it's like the fucking Mass Annex, so,
It's like the what?
the Massachusetts Annex.
Oh.
It's a bordering town in Massachusetts.
Yeah, they said it's right on the border.
Yep.
So it's in New Hampshire, but it's so close to Massachusetts, people think like Massachusetts people.
Correct. So it's like, let me see, what's Nashua takes me what, 15, 20 minutes to get to Nashua from my house? It's where my daughter goes to school.
Gotcha.
Well,
so you say it wasn't the country club or the golf course, but it's someplace else, or was it the country club?
It's not the it's so there's two golf courses. One of them is where my brother and my daughter go to. Well, my brother lives and my daughter goes to school, and the other one is like 2 miles away from my brother's house, and that's where it occurred. It occurred like 2 miles away from his house. But that's all I know. People got hurt, and they got one person.
Clock's keeping up now. Weird.
So there's at least one kill, and there's 6 injured with non-shooting injuries. Probably from
one person did die. One person did die. That's terrible.
Yeah. That's what it says here. It was at a wedding, and the shooting had nothing to do with the wedding.
Weird.
Just walked into a wedding and started shooting.
Well, my first question is there any legislation or anything going on in New Hampshire where they're trying to stop certain marriages?
No.
Okay.
Nothing I know of. It's not a. It's not. So New Hampshire used to be 100% conservative. It ain't like that anymore. And which doesn't make sense to me because it's been voted number one as the best state to own a gun in. So I don't know.
Well, that's what I mean. It's more of a conservative area. So are they trying to pass laws restricting certain areas?
No, I don't. I don't
Somebody
know.
lost their damn mind and went and shot up a wedding.
I have no idea. Probably know more in the next couple of days.
Hopefully, it works out to be nice and simple, like a fucked up jealous boyfriend or something.
Right.
I'm sick of all this political bullshit.
Here's the well. That's again. This is the whole. This is the whole thing that pisses me off. It's like instead of just talking about what happened, we have to worry about what side they're on.
Well, you guys know that like one of the ABC affiliates got shot up.
No.
Yeah, I watched that. I'm actually subscribed to their channel because I watch the news back home all the time. ABC 10 out of San Francisco.
Oh, boy.
Kind of broke my heart when I heard that.
Hey,
It's
boy,
getting like I don't believe this is going to come out of my mouth, but because I never liked him to begin with. And this is long before he fucking cried on national TV. But goofball there, the one that did the Tonight Show.
The Tonight Show, or are you talking
Whatever.
Jimmy Kimmel?
Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
what's going on with that?
so here's the
Bye.
deal. Here's the thing, right? I think they took out of context what he said. He was more making fun of Trump than he was minimizing what happened to Charlie Kirk.
No, he
Well-
flat out lied to over 1 million people is what he did.
I'm not talking about. So I just his ratings are going down the tubes anyways, and so they were just looking for an excuse to fucking cut him anyways. But would that I don't know. Would it have been if his ratings were the best? Would that be a fireable offense? I don't think so.
Well, if they didn't
Yeah.
boot him for any Charlie Kirk anything, they booted him because he was lying. Bald-faced lying to his audience.
Yeah.
About something else.
Well, no, he was lying about because he said that like Trump and the MAGA Republicans, the MAGA supporters, are doing anything they can to separate themselves from this guy, even claiming that that he was, on the left and all this stuff, and he's like, they're doing everything they can to put space between him and them because he was one of theirs or something. He kept saying that the shooter was a MAGA. He kept saying it over and stuff. So, I mean, it's just you can't, and that's what people don't understand, man. This ain't a First Amendment thing because this is a company that decided. It wasn't just a company. It was over 60 affiliate ABC stations that said, we don't want to play his stuff anymore. And they were replacing him anyway. So then Disney and ABC said, well, fuck it. We'll just take the whole show off the air then. Because if we can't, because they got to sell advertising and everything. And the advertisers didn't want it. When your advertisers were like, I'm not giving you any money to put my product on that show because of the way he said, you have to do something, and can you answer me why it's not okay to fire Jimmy Kimmel, but it was okay for Fox to fire Tucker Carlson?
Right.
It was the same situation.
Well,
They danced all. I'm not going to say it's grave, but I'm saying they danced all over. You know,
What?
Tucker Carlson's fucking career when he got fired. Everybody, even Jimmy Kimmel did. Even Jimmy Kimmel made fun of him. You know,
Yep.
when he got fired. So you know, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. There, you know, and the left needs to realize that shit. You know.
Well, it's kind of
And-
funny. The left goes after advertisers to get conservative shows canceled. So I think it's kind of ironic, don't you think?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's ironic. I mean,
Oh. It's like
Yeah.
on a wedding day.
A
Isn't that ironic? Don't you think?
yeah.
fly in your Chardonnay.
I like my favorite part of that was it's a death row pardon 2 minutes too late.
Yeah, no, I just, I don't know. I've heard words come out of people's mouths and they still have jobs. So it's like,
Right, Shalisa?
Well, I mean, I don't know what
but it wasn't hard to guess. And it's not hard to guess. You know, it's like,
they're going to have a press conference shortly on the situation.
you would find it hard to believe that, you know, that the person that shot at fucking Trump wasn't a supporter, right? So you'd be like, yeah, no shit. So why would we think that, you know, Charlie Kirk's was the same way, right? So a Charlie Kirk supporter is not going to shoot him.
Well, because
Right.
the media and the Democrats, every time there's any type of shooting, the first thing they try to do is
Uh-oh.
Goodbye, Ohio.
First thing they try doing is make him look like a conservative doing the shooting, which is
Yeah, well, they couldn't
absurd.
do it on this one, could they? So, I mean, this is what I'm trying to say. It's when a person from I call it political shootings, right? So when a person gets shot from whatever side, you know, like you're like Trump, right? Trump gets shot. You know for a fact it's not a follower. Nobody needs to be a genius to figure it all out.
Yeah,
So
but they
it doesn't
try to
matter.
tell you it is.
It doesn't matter whether the media says this or that or another thing. It's just they can say what they want, but
no, you can't say what you want if it's not true.
Our Boyd, I completely agree. I am sick and tired of it myself. Did you hear what that one news guy said? Well, maybe it was one of his supporters in the audience shooting their gun in the air, celebrating.
Yeah, celebratory.
Like we do that. This ain't the Middle East, homeboy. You idiot. How could you even say those words? I don't understand. Like, duh.
I don't know, because maybe
Wow.
he is part of the people that do shoot, you know, up in the air during New Year's Eve and shit like that.
Oh, could be.
I had a couple of people mad at me because I said I, you know, obviously I don't agree with, you know, any part of the assassination, but all I said is that I can see why it happened. And they're all like, that's really not right to say. I goes, of course it's right to say. I said, there's nothing wrong with saying it.
There
I didn't
should
say
be
anything wrong.
absolutely no reason for that to happen. Not for what comes out of your mouth.
Oh no, I'm not. Again, I'm not saying that there is a reason. All I'm saying is that it's like when Trump got shot. If you didn't see that coming a mile away, that somebody wasn't going to take a fucking stab at it, you missed the fucking boat. Okay.
I absolutely seen it become.
Okay, it was just a matter of time.
Everybody on the news was calling him a Nazi and stuff.
Right.
Well, yeah,
when they call you Nazi,
and it's not even that. Even if they never uttered those words, somebody was still going to take a pot shot at him for everything else he does that they don't like. And again, not that it's 110% wrong. We know this. All I'm saying to you is that
That conservatives don't have free speech, but liberals do. Is that what you're
no,
trying?
Let me finish. Even if it was on the liberal side, and I could see it. Like if somebody takes a shot at fucking what's her name, the one in the Congress they're trying to get rid of now. What the fuck's her name? I can't even pronounce her name.
Describe her.
So if they wanted, because of the shit that comes out of her mouth, there are going to be people that lose their mind and can't take it, and that's what they do. So in other words, like when Trump got shot at, it didn't surprise me at all. Not a bit. Not a bit. Not one bit. It didn't. I'm sorry. It just didn't surprise me.
So it's just the fact that are you so used to living in a world where mental illness and just being fucking crazy is were you supposed to be comfortable with that kind of actions?
No. Don't go that far. I'm not saying I'm comfortable with anything. All I'm saying is this.
Well, you said you weren't shocked, but like I was very shocked when it happened.
I wasn't. I was more shocked when Ronald Reagan got hit. Okay? I was more shocked when Ronald Reagan got hit. I wasn't here. I'm going to go a step further for you, okay? I'll go a step further for you. This way here, it can't be left, can't be right, can't be in the middle, can't be fucking libertarian, can't be all that bullshit. You ready? When they bombed the Pentagon with the airplanes, and everybody, it was a sad day. We all know this. However, what do we do when we go to war with a country? We do what? We take out their defense system. That's exactly what they tried to do. So it's like Pearl Harbor.
That's the Pentagon.
Pearl Harbor the same way. Pearl Harbor the same way, right?
Institutions by hitting the Twin Towers.
And it's a financial institution, so they want to cripple you.
Yeah,
so listen,
but there's also civilians.
I'm not going that far either. I'm just saying I can.
The military target I can understand. The civilian targets I don't comprehend.
Well, the civilian target was the financial sense that not everybody goes to war like the way we go to war. So
like us dropping the atom bomb on Japanese cities, that's disgusting.
But I'm just saying. So it's the exact. That's how I feel about Trump and Charlie Kirk.
Hey, Guns Girl.
So I don't politicize it. I don't say, well, because of the left and because of the right and I don't do all that. I just do it as there are sick bastards in the world, unfortunately, that for whatever reason feel as though that they're going to go and either they obviously tried to with Trump and successfully did it with Charlie Kirk, right? Either A, make them feel better or make something right or do whatever their fucking stupid ass fucking thought process is. And all I'm saying is that it didn't shock me that it happened. Listen, I'm getting numb to the fact that shit when you're a fucking 8-year-old and you're in a church praying, or you're at school and you're in church or what have you, and you're getting shot at from some asshole on the street corner, it's what else is there to shock me?
True.
If you're willing to shoot a kid, you think it's going to shock me that a president or a president-elect got shot? Or a political activist got fucking assassinated? You get in line. You know how many fucking political fucking people have been fucking assassinated? You know what I'm saying? It's like so yeah, I guess either I'm numb to it, or I put my assassinations in order. Like it bothers me more that you shoot a kid, or like the idiot tonight in Nashua, New Hampshire, that went into the wedding and shot people. That shit shocks me, and that shit bothers. Not that Charlie Kirk and Trump shooting didn't bother me, but in a priority list,
Yeah,
Charlie Kirk and Donald Trump are down here. When you
I
shoot
think
a
I'm kind
kid,
of getting you.
or you're shooting people that didn't have nothing to do with anything. Didn't
Innocent.
They weren't on one side of the fence, and you're on the other side of the fence.
But why
And
are you pushing this fucking Jimmy Kimmel shit so hard that it's like, oh my God, it's the biggest fucking violation in ever in First Amendment. And oh my God, the world's coming to an end because of Jimmy Kimmel don't have a fucking job. Charlie Kirk fucking died for fucking free speech. You know what I mean?
I wanted to bring. I'm glad you brought that back around to the First Amendment. You have freedom to say what you want, but you're not free from the repercussions from what that speech brings.
Yeah. Just like the council member here. I know that Steve, like last week, Stevie said something. He called me a troublemaker, and we really didn't talk about it because it's still kind of fresh. But we had a council member in my city that posted some shit about Charlie Kirk, and before he was able to take it down, I screen grabbed all that shit, and I sent it to the fucking news, and I sent it to the mayor, and I sent it to the governor, and I sent it to his actual. He's a city council. He has a real job someplace else, and yeah, fucking. I got a hold of cancel culture, and I got a hold of his employer, and I sent them that shit. And the next thing you know, it got shared here, it got shared, and eventually it got shared by the libs of TikTok. And then Stephen Miller from the Trump administration, he shared it on his Twitter, and it fucking blew up, and he had to come out and resign, and his ass got fired. And now I'm working on one of the school board members. She like pushed the little emoji with the heart and the hug thing, the little smiley face with the hug and the heart, that she loved it or cared about it or whatever, that post. So I fucking screen grabbed that shit too, and I sent that to the school board. I sent it to the superintendent, and I put it out there because we're having an election next month or month and a half from now, whatever. And I fucking put it out there because I'm sick of the shit. These people.
Hey, multi-gunman. And by the way, Ohio, I said troublemaker with a huge smile on my face, dummy.
I did, but we really didn't talk about it. I kind of let that go by because I knew what you're talking about, but it was so fresh that I was still like, God damn, I can't believe little old me was
I'm actually proud that you did that.
hey, multi-gunman, what's up, kid? Good to see you.
And everyone's like, oh my God, cancel culture is so bad. Well, you guys fucking started it, and it's not cancel culture, it's accountability culture.
See, my attitude is, why can't we all just get along?
Yeah, it'd be nice. And you know what? Conservatives seem to be a little bit more accepting than the other side. They're even starting to eat their own. Sorry, but it's true.
Yeah, it is, and I disagree with everything said, but not. I think I had an issue with what was going on so much that I lumped like everybody together. I lumped everybody, and I've had a little bit more time to reflect on things. And I know there's people out there that vote Democrat and live liberal lifestyles and stuff that don't support the assassination of Charlie Kirk. And
of course they don't. I told you that last week. You don't want to listen.
I understand. Well, dude, I'm a little sensitive, but I've had time to think about it now.
Right, boy.
But not everybody thinks that way. But the ones that do are the ones that say "damn" the loudest on that side. You know what I mean?
Well, I do, but that's why I beg you guys when we're talking about stuff, not to fucking say all Democrats, or not to say all liberals, or not to say, because you can't. First of all, I'm going to break your balls here for half a second, okay? Because that's a lie.
Well,
so hang on. So that's why I'm not trying to split hairs. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm just trying to get you to understand that not all conservatives are a certain way, not all Democrats are a certain way, not all libertarians are a certain way, not all independents are a certain way. You can't. We
Say you'll
that
never convince me to vote for Hillary Clinton, bud. I know what you're trying to do.
I wouldn't. All I'm saying is that you can't. When you lump, it's like saying. I'll tell you what. I don't normally bring this into our conversations, but it's like pulling a race card, right? It's like saying, "Oh, they're all the same." You can't do that.
It's kind of like some mass shooting. The first thing you see here is, or you see on Facebook, is all these memes with Betty White on it because they Betty White, you know. And
Right.
it's like every time there's a shooting, oh, I bet he was a MAGA supporter. I bet he was a white guy.
Right.
And that narrative is gone away because it's not. It hasn't. It has never been a NRA card carrying conservative MAGA supporter that's ever pulled out one of these shootings. It's always somebody else, and like usually mentally ill, you know, or
Always mentally ill. If you can destroy somebody's life willingly, you are mentally ill.
Unless
You're in a defensive whatever.
correct. Yeah.
A murderer, somebody who can kill another human being in cold blood, is mentally ill.
Correct.
Lacking empathy.
That's why we use the term libtard. A liberal knows they're not a libtard. I'm about as liberal as you can be, but I don't agree with what they're doing. I voted Republican because I thought that was the best person for the job at the time.
yeah, I think we got to break things up in stages. My son was talking about this. He's like, you got your Democrats who are on the left, and then you got your liberals who are also on your left, but then you got your far left extremists, that like a lot of these people have like hijacked a certain type of thing. Because Bill Maher, even though I don't like some of his ideas, he still is a down to earth when he talks about things. And he's what he calls himself like an old school liberal. And he's like, and a lot of people are saying, I didn't leave the Democrat Party. The Democrat Party left me. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because to be honest with you, I do think the Democrat Party has been taken over by radical leftists. There's a few in their party that are in Congress and stuff, and they push for the most crazy. And it's Elon Omar and it's Talib Rashid or whatever her name is, and then that Crockett. It's 4 or 5 of them. They call them the Squad. You know what I mean? It's those people are really. They have a totally different idea of how government and how we should be living our lives compared to, say, that Fetterman out of Pennsylvania. He's about the only one that's lately come out looking for peace and reaching across the aisle and stuff like that and trying to make shit going on. But you got like people like Cory Booker, who
Adam Schiff.
Yeah, they're not as radical, but they're like
Adam Schiff is calling for violence against.
Well, they asked for his. They voted on his resignation. They're calling for his resignation from the.
About effing time. Nancy Pelosi.
From being the chair, the subcommittee chair.
Yeah, but what I was saying though is basically there's like divisions of the left, just like there's divisions of the right. You say there's Republicans and then there's conservatives, and they're not always the same.
And then there's the far right,
then
where Ann Coulter is, that douchebag.
Who?
Ann Coulter, that douchebag.
I don't know too much about her except for she was spot on when they asked her who was going to win the presidency. and she said Donald Trump, and they all laughed at it on
Yeah,
national
we all,
television.
Yeah.
trust me, she's a douche. But anyway, yeah, no, it's a
Yeah. I mean, do you know something that I don't know about her? That's like, I mean, is she
yeah, I don't like her.
okay? Well, I mean, that doesn't make her a douche just because you don't like her. What did she do to make you like her?
I don't like the fact that she thought it was wrong that the families of the 9/11 victims got money from airlines and everything else. So, yeah, I got a little pissed off at it.
I don't think the families deserve money from airlines. I think they deserve
Okay.
money from Saudi Arabia.
Okay, that's fine, but they were on one of our an airplane. So, it's
Yeah,
kind of like a car, right? If I go driving my car into a fucking market somewhere, right? You don't think anybody's going to come after my insurance company? Stop.
Right.
Yeah, but they're not going to come after your car company. They're not going to come after the dealership that sold you that car.
No, he's talking about the people on the planes that got hijacked because they didn't have the cabins locked or didn't, catch the guys with the knives or whatever.
They had a role in it because of their security was laxed.
Yeah.
So okay,
That.
I understand what you're saying, because that's like one of the reasons why you can carry a gun in every goddamn Walmart in the country. Because like back in the 80s, there was a situation where I believe it was in Arkansas or somewhere in that area. I'm not sure, but there was a gentleman and his wife and their special needs daughter was at Walmart, and at that time, Walmart did not have no guns policy is what their policy was at that time. And he was a concealed carrier permit holder, but was not allowed to bring his gun to Walmart. So he left his gun in the truck. While they were standing in line, I think it was two guys came in to try to rob the Walmart. And his special needs daughter, she did not take well to the situation, and she started acting out, and I think one of the guys shot her. So Walmart did not provide adequate security because they didn't have security guards,
Wow.
So he sued them, and they won because basically, and it was in a state that, and like I said, I thought it was Arkansas, but I'm not sure. But it was in a very pro 2A state that said basically that jury came to the conclusion that Walmart was basically at fault because they didn't allow anyone to protect themselves while in their store, but they didn't provide security for the customers while in that store. So if he would have had his gun on him, he could have shot those guys before they killed his daughter. And ever since then, Walmart has been, they let you carry in Walmart. So, and
But anyway,
that story, I don't know if it's 100%, but I do remember many videos and see stories about this particular event years ago.
Ann Coulter's a douche. Period.
After all that, you go right back to Ann Coulter's a douche. Jesus.
I'll have to do some research. I've heard her say some kind of lame shit, but I never really paid attention to her.
Yeah, I just know that she's like 8 foot tall and blonde and
She got pretty eyes, but her nose is about the size of a fucking carrot.
Dude looks like a lady. Boy, if we only knew what that song was about back in the day.
How about Lola from the Kinks?
Yeah, no shit.
Oh, I thought you meant Lola, Dish's friend.
Tactical Lola.
Right on, boy. Just act like you didn't see it, bro. All I can do is ask you to leave.
What? Oh, carrying? Dude,
Yeah.
there's no such thing as a gun-free zone if I'm there. I'll tell you that right now.
They have those signs at the casino. You're on sovereign land, probably different laws.
Yep.
If
And
they,
you don't want
Oh.
to, hey, and you don't want to, let me tell you something. You don't want to fuck with tribal land.
Yeah.
Breaking a tree. You don't want to break a law on tribal land.
Right on.
It's
conquer it once, we'll conquer them again.
There's a fucking video out about, there's a video out of federal officers with, was it Montana, Wyoming, somewhere out that way, could have been one or the other, Idaho, whatever. Federal officers, wardens, and somebody else, and they tried to come on to what do you call it, property, and
Yeah. Weren't they trying to arrest some guy or something?
I don't know if they're trying to arrest somebody. I think it was more of because I know it started with the warden, and the warden's the one that called the feds in.
Okay, so probably poaching or something.
I don't know, but it's something, But anyway, so and forgive me for, that they brought the head of the council of the tribe, the tribal council down, and he's got this like this fucking book, and it's not it's a book, but it's all the fucking laws that the U.S. government fucking wrote for the fucking Indians. And okay, and so he says, listen, you guys wrote it, we just abide by it, and all we do is expect you to abide by the same thing that you wrote. Goodbye, have a good day. And they didn't know what the fuck to do. Feds left, fucking wardens left. Back, and they come back, and it's just like they don't win. That you can't. You're not going to win.
Right.
And it's like, so yeah. Anytime I'm ever on a reservation, I just make sure the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed, and I'm not. Even when I was drinking, I'm like, okay, if we do that, okay, we got it, because I was just always afraid.
Right. I ran into the chief or a sheriff, they called him chief, on a Indian reservation. Me and my brother was there. We had pulled the van over and we were traveling out west. I don't even remember what state, but it was one of the big three tribes, Cherokee or Comanche or whatever. I can't remember. Not that I don't care. I don't remember. And we ended up playing at his daughter's school dance, and he got a little liquored up later on and made sure we knew he was in charge. It was kind of spooky. We're like, what the fuck's going on here? We just want to get out of Dodge. Yeah, that was trippy. Yeah, he had the power.
For the most part, they'll try to work with you, but I guess on some different tribes, some different reservations, different tribes have their different. You know what I mean? You when in Rome, do as the Romans. So.
And I tell you what, if one of their people do a crime, they don't go soft on them.
No.
The infighting's pretty bad out here. My best friend was Potawatomi.
Well, that and a lot of them are really poor, and there's more. The drug use and alcoholism runs rampant through the fucking reservations. It's horrible. I mean, it's horrible anywhere, but it just runs rampant through there. Thanks to us for sticking them on a fucking reservation, saying, "Hey, you can live here."
So they just interviewed the DJ at the wedding, and he said that the shooter talked to people there, but then said he looked like someone who would do this. What the fuck does that mean?
That means you look like a fucking idiot. What do you mean? What's that mean? You think it was some pony boy guy that looks like he belongs in GQ? Have you ever seen a fucking shooter that belonged on the GQ on the cover of fucking GQ magazine? No, you have not. So stop. You know exactly what that means.
No, I don't. I don't know what
cut it out.
I don't know what it means. Is there a? I mean, seriously.
Dish.
Yes.
How many times have you heard me say, "Wow, he looks like a fucking serial killer," right? And the guy looks like a serial killer. Am I right?
I don't know.
A crackhead looks like a crackhead, and a meth head looks
exactly
than that. So,
well,
speaking of crackheads, I was at Harbor Freight today, and when I got out of my truck in the parking lot, there were a couple of crackheads laying in the middle of the parking lot, just laying down, having a little sit down, chilling out, or somebody got a dizzy spell or something. I'm like, damn.
Well, did you hear about the fucking Oilers auto parts? The guy got the wrong oil filter, so the guy gave him the wrong oil filter, so he got shot for it.
Wow.
But giving somebody the wrong oil filter.
Where was that?
I don't know. I read it today on Newsbreak.
Oh, is that the app you tried to fucking scam everybody on today and send them a link? Load all kinds of shit on their phone.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Dude, they asked so much information. I said, nope, don't care about it. Not even looking.
What are you talking about?
We
tried to watch that video you posted.
No, that wasn't from news. That wasn't from my app.
Well, whatever that video was you posted.
Yeah,
it was from TikTok. Was it TikTok or Facebook?
It was Newsbreak. They wanted us to download the Newsbreak app, and I was like, maybe, and I clicked on it, and then it was like, enter this, and I'm like, no, ain't happening.
Yeah. Give us permission. We want to see your phone. All kinds of shit, and I'm like, nope.
Well, just go to Newsbreak. Just go to Go to Google. Go to the Google store. Go to fucking Newsbreak, and you don't have to do all that. But it is a cool app.
Yeah, that video of that lady behind Trump. I mean, that's from the Butler shooting, and that video with her like signaling shooter, and
it's kind of spooky
and acting normal when someone's getting shot. That's all been debunked and everything.
Yeah. She looked creepy, but I think she might have been in shock or something. The way she was just standing there. It was weird. I'll give you that, but it ain't part of the conspiracy.
She ducked down, and everybody in the world was like, "She just disappeared. It was a secret door. She was part of it."
Yeah,
like, oh,
yeah.
God.
Well, they're trying to say that guy that was standing behind Charlie Kirk was given signals because he touched the brim of his hat.
Right.
It's
that's
like
his best friend and his brother-in-law were standing behind him.
Yeah, if somebody's going to get shot and you knew it, are you going to stand behind him? Duh.
That's another problem in this world. Is anytime there's an incident, there's so many people out there throwing out false bullshit and conspiracy theories on every fucking thing. It's just like
there is 1,000 YouTube channels out there right now coming up with all kinds of crap. Even Candace Owens is falling for it.
Oh, she's a loon, dude. I'm telling you, she is lost her mind.
She's starting to dip off the dark side. After that thing about the president, French president's wife being a guy.
Yeah.
Ever since then, she's like gone off the edge. But she was repeating stuff that people were saying in her comments, and it was total nonsense. Well, maybe they use plachettes and all these. I'm an expert Army guy. You don't bleed from the front when you're shot in the front. Bullshit. I've shot a lot of deer, and the main blood flow comes right out the hole you just put in them.
Just made. Yep.
Yeah.
See, when
Just,
you know.
Mine only did a little, Steve, because I used the shotgun.
but she was repeating all that shit without research, and it's maybe they use plachettes. It's like, come on. That's out of a shotgun or something, not a rifle. That was pretty disappointing for somebody that's that smart.
Well, you know, Charlie Kirk did distance himself from her after she did something, because they used to work together a lot and they were friends. But then she did something that kind of distanced, you know, and she got fired from her job too because of her stance on, you know, when your boss is Jewish and stuff, and you come out with a bunch of Israeli Jewish propaganda,
Right,
you think
boy.
you're gonna be able to keep your job?
Yeah, there's people out there trying to say that front wound was an exit wound. It's
Yeah.
like, you're full of shit. It would have exploded all over everybody. Our Boyd, but
Yeah, not every fucking thing's a conspiracy, but there are stuff that are though. You know, I understand it enough, but god damn, it's like,
yeah, sure. You want to hear a good conspiracy? I believe they couldn't get into the shooter's phone that tried to off Trump for days. It's like, what? You can open a phone in a heartbeat.
you know, it depends on who the company is. If it's Apple, they
Dude,
fight every time. Did we have to get fucking
our
federal
government has people working for them that could invent a new phone if they wanted to.
Right, I understand that, but I'm talking Apple, the company itself, fights the government and the police department on every time. Every time they fight because they're trying to push that they're like the securest phone and all this stuff. That's part of their
Yeah.
deal. And
Free speech and blah, blah, blah.
they will not just unlock a phone and let the police department in it without getting like a federal damn search warrant.
Yeah, right. I'm no problem with that.
But like the minute you say, oh, you know, this guy just killed, you know, 13 people, we want to know what's on his phone. Fucking Android's like, here you go. It's like, it's all, there you go. It's right there. You know, he's no longer a customer because, you know, he got shot or he's offed himself after he killed 20 people.
Well, he's deceased. He's not a customer technically.
Right. Exactly. That's Android things, you know?
No, I understand that. I heard something funny today. Somebody mentioned about Adam and Eve and picking the apple. They say, hey, do you think Apple phone plant kind of planned that, you know? The apple? It's like,
With a bite taken out of it?
yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
O'Gear, you're a rare breed, brother. They find all kinds of good shit on my phone, but I'll tell you one thing they won't find: anything illegal. I could see him opening up Gear's phone, and the guy's like scratching his head as well. This is a dead end. Just throwing it in the bin.
turn your head sideways, like, what the fuck is that? And then, oh, never mind. He's innocent.
I actually don't have a problem with them having to go to court to get a warrant to open a phone.
I don't either. And you know they got a warrant right away. It's a federal case and this, that, and the other. They probably didn't ask, and they just use the excuse we can't get in his phone.
Well, I'm telling you, Apple, it's harder to get into an Apple phone than it is any other phone because Apple fights you on it.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. You still get the warrant. You still get the warrant, but Apple will still fight you on it.
Right.
You basically got to sue Apple or threaten Apple, even with the search warrant.
They probably make you physically show them the warrant. Right on, Boyd. Very good description. And the reason there was a slight delay on the gush is it had to fill up the body cavity first, and then it came out. To be graphic.
Right.
How many deer hunters in the audience?
I've been deer hunting, but I don't consider myself a deer hunter.
Yeah, that's good. Good description.
I've seen 2 people in my life shot, and I was there when they got shot. And guess what? Blood came out of the fucking entry wound just quick as the bullet went in. The blood was coming out.
Yep.
You know.
That's what
that's. I mean, obviously,
I had shame for Candace Owens when she started repeating those comments, and they all started with, "I'm a military expert, and blood don't come out of a wound like that." And brr, brr, brr. It's like, well, your first clue was
that's when you hit the karate.
I'm an expert.
Yeah, everybody's an expert.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what?
That's the first sign you should not listen to what they're saying.
My wife's dad and her oldest brother, her dad, rest in peace, but he was Navy and he was military, and her brother was military. And it took everything I had to try to teach these guys how to freaking handle a gun properly and how to shoot, because
right.
Neither one of them had a lot of experience in the military with guns.
Right.
They had experience with radios, and they had experience with being a diesel mechanic or something like that. The one carried a gun, but mostly drove a bulldozer. So it's like not everybody in the military is a fucking weapons expert. You know what I mean?
Let me talk to our Boyd a minute. That crime scene, I don't think was ever secured, because I've seen video of a guy that was in charge of the video cameras and shit and collecting all the data. He moved Charlie Kirk's chair after they took him off it and stood on it to take a camera down and take the SD card out. So that crime scene was never secure.
And what the first thing they did was they evacuated everybody all over the place. So it's totally easy to get away with getting out of there. You know?
Duh.
I mean, it's just the way that.
I mean, let's. I mean, he doesn't have real security, right? So really, who's going to secure his fucking scene? So it's not like he had the fucking Secret Service fucking detail.
Well, you know how they had like metal, like divider, like crowd control divider metal thing. They had one of those like around where Charlie was sitting, and it had banners on it, change my mind type stuff or whatever, charliekirk.com, stuff like that hanging from it.
Right.
But there's a video of a guy that jumped that after Charlie was shot because all the hats were there, and he was like stealing the hats.
Stealing the hats, you piece of crap.
And there was the sheriff's deputy was there, was like yelled at him.
And you know what? I absolutely understand that, because that thought would go through my mind too, because I'm that kind of human being, but I wouldn't do it.
Boy, like, oh man. Got to get one of those hats.
I'm surprised he didn't run over and rub him on the concrete where the blood was.
I'll tell you what, though. The people that were there to see Charlie Kirk, 99% of them were Charlie Kirk supporters. It used to be
Yeah,
people show up to argue with Charlie Kirk.
I mean,
And
it's still good. I mean, it's
after
just,
a few years, it turned into people showing up to watch Charlie Kirk supporting, and then the minority was the ones there to argue with him. And
right. And if you saw the interview that somebody asked him that, right? He said, "Good. That means I'm making a difference."
right.
There you go. Hey, Boyd. According to Candace Owens, she talked to that camera guy and actually seen the footage and said more of her conspiracy weird shit. Said there was no blood from behind. And she said there was no gore on that camera. And I think it was pointing down too much to see the shooter. It was more to show the crowd right in the front. According to Candace Owens, she's seen the footage because she knows the camera guy.
This is still an open case, though. You know what I mean? We got to remember that. It's still open case. The FBI
Right.
have released every fucking camera footage that they have. So there's how many people are there with their phones? You know, and if you're standing like, 60 yards away from Charlie Kirk and you're recording, and you got the building that was behind him, in your shot, and there's windows on it. You can enhance those reflection in the windows and see if there's somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to let all. They're not going to release all this shit. That's what people don't realize is, well, look at all the cameras that were there. Why don't we have better footage? Well, because the FBI is fucking going through this shit with a fine-tuned code.
Boyd said a few minutes ago that there was no autopsy done. I wonder if that could have been for religious reasons.
Buckle up, bitches. It's going to get worse before it gets better.
Yeah, right on. I understand, Boyd. Yeah, that guy totally drugged the chair over by the back of the tent and climbed up on it to get that camera.
I just looked it up, and it said yes, an autopsy was done according to Utah state law on September 10th, the day of his death. I don't know.
Right on.
I can't.
Jay Watt, you were at a Charlie Kirk event? He said he saw it with his own eyes or seen it on video. Yeah, I never, I wasn't a big fan. I wasn't an anti-Charlie Kirk. It wasn't my, once I heard him once or twice, then I kind of knew what he was saying,
Most of my things with Charlie Kirk was like the shorts and the reels where we only got to see like
Yeah.
a clip. But
Yeah.
every once in a while I click on one and watch to be honest with you, he had a conversation with a transgender girl that was, claimed to be a man. And they talked for a while. And she actually asked him, about how she felt, and how he felt about things. And I think she was looking for guidance for someone that had a spiritual or, faith in God. I think she was looking for something like that. And
Right.
he was like, I don't care what you do in your bedroom. I don't care how you live your life, blah, blah, blah. But I would like to see you happy with the body that God gave you instead of fighting everything that God gave you. You got to figure out why you're not happy with the body, that was given to you. well, you got to figure those things out and quit listening to other people is what he told her.
I think I seen that same thing.
Yeah, and I mean, it couldn't have been a more heartfelt, So all the bullshit about him being everything he said that the people are turning to say he was a bigot, racist, and transphobe and everything. That's all 10-second clips out of context, and then you don't get to hear what he finished saying. There was one about the DEI. Somebody asked him about about black pilots, and he was like, "It's not the fact that I don't think black." He's like, "I don't care if you're black, yellow, purple, blue, whatever, as long as you're qualified to fly the plane." But
Right.
like with the recent DEI policies, when you're sitting on a plane, your pilot gets on, and they're black or they're appear to be a lesbian or black female or something like. He's like, that's the DEI of somebody. You don't. He said you don't know if they're totally qualified or they got the job because of race or skin color or sexual orientation.
Yeah, and then he went on to say that's racist. If you get a job because of your skin color, that's racism.
He said it was. He got mad at the DEI policies because of the way it made him think. You know what I mean? He was mad at himself for thinking that way too. Also, is what he's basically saying. Like,
right.
It's ridiculous that I have to think this way because of a policy that I would normally not think that way.
Well, that happened years ago in New York. They had a fire department, a bunch of new possibles. They have to go through the whole thing like a cop does. And none of this certain group could pass the test. So instead of failing them on the class because of DEI, they lowered the test standards to like multiple choice instead of, long form, write out the answer.
Dude, seen it happen firsthand. Fire department. It was basically they wanted a female in the department, and that was basically for I guess what would you call it when you want to just parade her around that she's the first female firefighter for this department and stuff. And they just wanted to basically she was a puppet on a string for the fire chief, you know what I mean?
Right.
Look what we did. We hired a female.
Yeah, and she probably went to more meetings and press releases than she did actually working the job.
Well, she didn't last that long because after she got out of the academy, because you do continuing education and you train and stuff, right? During a training exercise, one of the lieutenants called her name and made her try to drag somebody across the floor, and she couldn't do it.
Right.
So it means that she couldn't help a fellow firefighter or drag a grown man out of a burning house if she had to.
Well, bro, like that one woman now says, if your husband is in the fire, he shouldn't be there. He's in a bad place.
He got himself in an area he probably shouldn't have been, right? Yeah, that was LA's department. Yeah, I remember seeing that.
Just wow. What a caring human being.
I mean,
but there's validity in what was said, though.
Well, there is a little, but
but it's like, if you look at two females that are trying to get on a fire department, and
how rehearsed was that?
One was 5'2" and she weighed 98 pounds, and she could only bench press about 35 pounds.
Jesus!
But the other one is, 5'9" and she weighs, about 180 pounds, and she could bench press 300. I'm going to be okay with that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Go easy, because Camera Girl wants to be a firefighter.
Oh, that'd be awesome if she can do the job.
Yeah,
Right.
that's cool.
She's got to be able to drag a 250-pound man about 100 yards. So I don't know how much you weigh, Mikey, but better get practicing.
Bro, I couldn't do that.
What's the matter, bud?
Especially if I didn't like you. Just saying, you got to have that willpower, you know.
Well,
This
the
is
thing,
my friend. I got to do it.
okay, there was a time. Okay, my certificate lapsed, and I was unemployed as a firefighter at one time because I was, I let it last. But then I got another job. But guess what I had to do? I had to go get recertified, right?
Right.
So I had to go through the goddamn training again, and that was about. Well, let's see. I first went through it in '92. Went through it in '92, and then I went through it again. The second time I had to go through it was to be recertified. Was in 2004. So that's what, 12 years?
Did you get a little softer? Did you?
Uh, I did, but guess what else got softer? The fucking requirements.
Oh, really?
Oh my gosh! I was like, "Are you kidding me? I could have done half the shit with my eyes closed."
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, at that time, I was the old man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was the old man in the crew. Everybody there was all fucking, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Probably the oldest one besides me was probably about 26 years old. And then there was the gap where I was like, here's the old man. I'm in the 30s. You know what I mean?
Half of them look like those. What's that group of male dancers there, Dish?
The
Suppendales.
Oh, yeah, Chippendale.
Chippendales. Half of them were Chippendale dancers, and they wanted that fire department thing just to help their other career, so they could wear the outfit. Drag that big hose around.
I'm telling you, I worked in the fire service from, basically there's about a 4-year gap that I wasn't working in the fire service. So from 92 to 2014. So minus,
Good night, Boyd.
Good night, Boyd.
and I'll tell you, I worked with a lot of firefighters. Ain't none of them look like the guys on the calendar.
Right.
They look like us, most of them.
Like normal people.
Yeah, I mean, there is some. I mean, it's just like cops, the department I work at, you got guys that are like built like a brick shit house, and then you got guys that are built like a shit house.
A lot of guys going, designated driver, shotgun.
Yeah.
I'll operate the pump.
Yeah. Man, I can't stop talking.
I'm counting on the adrenaline rush to be able to lift that guy.
Yeah, I don't know that. I don't believe in DEI. I don't believe in lowering standards, man. Because I mean, that's basically what you can't. That's the first thing they do. Oh my God, we have a job. Shit, what's the word I'm thinking of? Just a shortage. We have a shortage of firefighters. We have a shortage of, pilots or whatever. So what do? We fucking lower the standards to bring other people in. See if we can get interested.
How about this? Raise the paycheck. Maybe that'll work.
Not even that. It's like there's a shortage of nurses. It has nothing to do with pay because nurses get paid well. But it's the
This shit all started when they got rid of the presidential physical fitness
laws. So you have to do this nowadays and that. Now, when I was a kid, I go to the hospital, get stitches. Not one time was I ever asked if everything's okay at home. Not one time. Not
Hey,
one
Mike,
time in my life. Until I became an adult. You know what I mean?
You guys remember?
There's so many laws now that are against nurses and that, and it's just they come after you. You know what I mean? It's like,
Hey, Stump.
Who's coming after nurses?
There's no umbrella insurance. There's no umbrella insurance for nurses and doctors like there is with cops.
Right.
Oh, you
You know,
talking
the cop can do this while he's on duty, and da 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 da. And it's okay, but a nurse can't. You know, a nurse can leave the house. You know what I mean? So it's kind of. Why I tell my wife when she goes in and she's having a bad day, don't fucking blow up. You know.
Yeah, but do you think that could also be because over the years we have lowered standards and we're not getting the quality people and doctors and nurses that we used to?
No, not at all. I think that it's. I just think that it's more. Well, first of all, I think a lot of places are hurting, not just nursing, but a lot of places are hurting because people are working from home or they're doing something else or whatever, but they're just not going out to do. You know, and people just don't want to do it. They don't want the headache of just that and fear of losing their house. You
Right.
know,
Getting
so
sued and all that shit.
yeah,
Well, I mean, it's the same, and that fact, then it's the same as cops because there's a cop shortage. Because who wants to be a fucking cop in today's age? You know,
Yeah,
the
no
minute,
shit.
the minute you arrest somebody, you're getting sued because you're in the wrong. You know, doesn't matter if you were or not, you're always in the wrong. So
Right on.
and then you got politicians trying to defund police departments and stuff like that. So, do I believe police officers need to be held accountable for their actions? Hell yeah, I do. I'm the first one to point that shit out. And it causes me a lot of grief at work too because the guys are like, man, some guys would be like, I don't know what the fuck your problem is, man. I was like, don't fucking violate people's rules or like civil rights, and we won't have this fucking issue. You know what I mean?
Don't
Yeah.
violate public trust.
Yeah. I mean, you're entrusted with a job, you should be held to a higher standard. And same way with any doctor or lawyer or nurse. I think they have a higher standard than your fucking fast food cashier. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
I think we should hold them to a higher standard.
Well, any job you work with the public, you should be held to a higher standard.
and the funny thing is that you go into a hospital, spend 2-3 days in a hospital. Is it the doctor taking care of you, or is it the nurses taking care of you?
Dude,
Yeah,
all
right.
the equipment that you're hooked up to with all the wires and cables and buttons and shit, and it beeps every fucking 3 seconds. There's not a doctor in that hospital knows how to
Knows
fucking
what the fuck to do. There ain't. That's the fucking disgusting part.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're not to defend nobody, but they're spread pretty thin.
Well, yeah, but it's just.
Yeah, right, Stump. Your tickets were like 5 times bigger than what my tickets were if you got caught speeding in a truck.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Held to a higher standard.
Held to a higher standard. I can. Well, no, I can't. I already have one. But if I'm drinking and I get pulled over, I'm at a .08 before I can get arrested. Right. Right.
No.
Or lose. All right. My wife is .04.
Right.
Truck driver, .04.
Right.
Regular Joe, .08.
Juveniles, 0.01. So why are we discriminating against juveniles so much?
And
I know
that's
it's like,
the same for our politicians too. We don't need any more imbeciles in any level of power ever again.
Right.
I was going to bring this up earlier and I forgot, but that Iman Omar, right? She came to this country as a refugee from Somalia. Do you know she wasn't a refugee because of like the government acting crazy and doing things against her, against the people over there, like a lot of the refugees are? That she was part of the family of the ruling class. She was part of she was part of the problem. And
Ah,
once there was an uprising, her family came to the United States as an escape away from their fucking crimes they committed on the Somali people.
Are you just figuring that out?
I didn't know that she was a fucking part of the ruling class over there. I
Okay.
thought, because they always say she was a refugee, I thought she came to this country as a
Yeah,
young.
that's because we think as most refugees is not,
Right.
not intelligent. You know what I mean?
Escaping fucking.
Yeah. Correct. Correct.
tyrannical.
Well,
So-
yeah, she was.
It's like a little white lie. It's like a little white lie. Was she escaping? Was her parents taking? Did they come to this country to escape? Yeah, they probably did come to the country to escape because they were probably going to get killed for what they were doing,
Right.
which makes her a refugee. So technically, did she lie? No. But it's not the true reason.
But the media twist.
Hey,
But
you just the shit out of your house. You got nowhere to go. You got no food. You got no clothes. You know what I mean?
But the media twisted on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Led you down the garden path, which isn't the media's job. They're supposed to report the news, not their opinion.
On Ted Bundy, that he was a decent man. He just had car problems, and he just couldn't get anyone to help him get his car running. So he, everything for help. That he decided that maybe he should kill him because they wouldn't help him.
Well, they knew his home address. So.
I don't understand why people have a problem with Jeffrey Dahmer. He's just trying to get ahead.
The views and expression of this chat are the views and expression of Mike Lucia.
Hey, did you hear the whole story on that sheriff that shot the judge?
No, I have not. Didn't the judge rape his daughter or something?
He had sex with the guy's daughter and was a big falutin sex trafficker and stuff. They had a whole little gig going. Him and a few other people.
Sex traffickers, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, he was getting sexual favors for leniency from women in prison and a bunch of other stuff.
You're joking, right?
Your battery's about kaput.
Okay.
I didn't see it plugged here. Yeah, there was that rabbit hole went pretty deep on that judge, and he was a known pervert in the area.
There's also another case going on where a father killed this guy, and I guess he was a sheriff or something, but he kidnapped the guy's daughter, and then they let him out, like the judge or whatever knew him or something. They let him out, and then the first thing he did was went back and kidnapped the daughter again. So the guy
I seen that.
fucking killed him, and now he's in jail waiting for trial, and they're charging him with It's like, goddamn, you knew that this guy kidnapped a young girl, 14-year-old girl, and you let him out of jail. And the day that you let him out, he goes and does it again, and you don't expect the father to fucking do something? Get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's the problem. These judges, and we got them here, dude. I see it every fucking day. Every day we got two judges at one area, and one's a conservative and one's a fucking liberal, and you can tell the difference because when someone fucking robs a store or something and they go to the one judge, she hits them with $50,000 bond and stuff like that. You go to this other judge for the same thing, he'll give them an OR bond. Here, sign here. Don't have to go to jail. Let them out. And the next thing you know, they're back in jail again for the same shit, and you see it over and over. And
whatever happened to the 3 strikes law?
That's for felonies.
That was only certain states, and some of them still have it.
Certain states, certain felonies.
Oh, I thought that was national.
Yeah,
I
no,
thought
you,
it was an experiment.
yeah, it kind of was an experiment, but it worked. It you know, you get somebody with 2 strikes on their ass, they fucking straighten up real quick, knowing that they could, no matter what their crime was on their 3rd strike, no matter what it was, they were going to jail for a certain amount of time. So you could have two
Right,
major
Stone?
strikes against you and then commit some fucking petty shit and then end up going to prison for a long time over a petty crime just because it was your 3rd strike.
Yeah,
They said it targeted minorities and stuff like that, so they got rid of most of them.
Right on, SKS. What the hell does this have to do with
Sounds like a California law or an
caramel
Ohio
rice
law.
cake?
Well,
Michigan law.
we haven't talked about caramel rice cakes in a while.
Yeah,
No,
that's what he wants.
hilarious.
That's what he wants to get back to.
He had me laughing at that one. Him and Stump were cracking me up.
Yeah, what was I going to say?
Jay, what?
I don't know. There's a case going on right now. I was going to bring it up and I forgot. It's a national case. I forgot what I was going to say.
Hey, Redneck Prepper, what's up? Dish
What's up,
called
Redneck?
somebody Tony, and I couldn't find a Tony. Look, getting on a little personal basis there, huh? A little something we need to know about, huh? Huh?
I was just telling Shalisa and the neighbor today about a video that I had saw about this chick who had like 6 or 8 DUIs within
Oh my God!
10+ year period, and she ended up, they stacked all her charges up, dude, and she ended up like serving 16 years in prison or something for all the DUIs.
Good.
She just wouldn't stop. She just kept stacking those fuckers up throughout the years.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
She
I'll
got
tell you,
the wrong judge. She said, I'm not doing this. You're gonna go away. No
there's
more.
a lot of people in this country that make a mistake and they get an OVI or DUI or whatever, and they get the one and they learn their lesson and they never get another one. But then there's people that are fucking habitual that are just, over and over again. Why are we just like not putting them in jail? We're just taking their license from them. Like, don't drive. Okay, sure.
Get for
You
letting
know?
magistrates know have a law degree.
Yeah,
Magistrates.
yeah, we went through that last chat with the magistrates.
Oh, what I was going to say, I remember now. Did you guys see the video I posted on Facebook where it had the 2 girls in the back of the paddy wagon, and he was saying they were going to jail for shoplifting, and
Missed it.
and they said they're like, yeah, but it wasn't that much. He goes, I got the receipt. It was over $500 worth of stuff, and they're like, yeah, but a lot of that stuff was on sale, 40 to 50% off. He's like, when you steal, you don't get a discount.
That's funny too.
Worth, not the discount, not the on sale price. They were just, I don't know, man. Fucking people stealing, and there's so many people that really don't give a shit that people shoplift, but that just raises the prices on everything for us,
Yep. Not only are you paying out of your taxes their stay in jail, but you're also paying extra to make up for the products that were lost.
Right. Yeah.
I think there should be stiffer penalties from some schlep down on his luck stealing hot dogs, and then some dork stealing TVs and makeup and shit. I think there should be stiffer penalties for like non-edibles.
Right.
Because I can comprehend if somebody's hungry going in and swiping a soda and a fucking candy bar or something. I kind of understand.
Yeah, I watched a guy one time go to a gas station. You know how they got the hot dogs on the roller thing?
Yeah.
I watched him eat like 3 hot dogs while he was standing right there by the roller.
Right. Go.
in a hot dog. You know, it took him forever to make a hot dog, but he ate about 3 or 4 hot dogs before he brought his one hot dog up to pay for it.
Yeah.
See, that I kind of have an understanding for.
Right. Well,
Yeah,
the
I'm
thing,
not saying it's right, but I've
you know,
been hungry.
I'm sorry, he was, you know, he looked like he was a homeless man or whatever. So, you know,
Yeah.
he had enough change to buy one hot dog, but one hot dog ain't going to keep him, you know, sustained. So I do understand why you would, and maybe I understand probably not punishing them as much as someone stealing a TV or, you know,
And if you think about it, he paid for that one hot dog. You take a little of the profit away, that probably paid for the other 3 hot dogs too. You know, the markup and resale.
right? Yeah,
Kind of, sort of, in a roundabout, kind of understandable way. That's
yeah.
like a guy poaching a deer to feed his family. I do not have an issue with that whatsoever. But some asshole just shooting out his window, killing deer, or selling them to his buddies, yeah, put him in jail.
Hey, you know what I can't understand? If I was to go out and shoot a deer out of season and get caught, the state says that deer belongs to them,
Yeah,
and I have to pay the state. And if it's got a rack on it, it's considered a big game animal. So
yeah,
therefore, the penalty is even stiffer. And
yep,
then I go to jail and I got to pay like 10 grand because I killed a deer. But when one of them sons of bitches jumps out in front of you and smashes the front of your car, it's not the state's responsibility. What the fuck?
yeah.
How
Now it's an act of nature.
how can they can't say that they own those deer but then when one jumps out in front of you and destroys your car, now they don't own them? Oh, it's not our deer, you know?
If we kill
Well,
something, it's an act of nature. We're part of nature.
yeah. Well, if you find a good lawyer, bring that up. You might win a suit and change the whole shooting match.
Yeah,
Unless you get caught.
I don't know, man. If the deer would just cross where they're supposed to, I mean, they put signs up.
Right, Stump?
Supposed to.
Don't jaywalk.
Blonde moment. Why do they put all those deer crossing signs in dangerous areas?
Oh my God, that's the funniest. That lady was for real, dude. When she called that radio station in, she was for real.
Yep.
I was like, my wife said, she can't be that stupid. I'm like, oh, trust me. They walk among us. They're out there. They are everywhere. And the sad thing is, and scary, is they vote.
Yep.
Oh, women? I know. I dare you.
You know what, man? To be honest with you, it's not a popular opinion, but I think, I don't know, I wouldn't have a problem if they changed the voting to where you had to be a fucking landowner like you used to, you know, property owner.
Well, I was going to say, you realize that men have only had the right to vote about 10 years, 12 years before women, right?
Who, men? No. Blacks got the right to vote before women did, I think.
Yeah, but I don't think it was. I just saw something on the History Channel where I could have sworn he said that only a select few were voting. I guess I don't know how it went. I don't want to fuck it up. I'll have to look it up. I'll get back to you. Mikey has what? Spectacles on. Well, Mikey has readers on, so I can see Dish's beautiful face.
Aw.
Cheek to cheek over the weekend, Mike. Just cheek to cheek.
Okay, we'll go for 4 times.
4 times.
I don't give a fuck. Susan's not sitting with you, so now I can't get. I don't want her to ever to think that I do it to her.
Just got another alert for a shooting. Okay, so you had the one in New Hampshire where one person got killed, right?
Nashua.
Yeah, and it's on national news. It's things.
Is it really?
everywhere. Yeah.
They didn't break into this game. It's on Fox.
Well, anyway, there's another shooting that happened right same time. 3 people were shot. 1 critical. The shooter was chased, crashed, and is in custody. We're not going to hear about that one because it happened in Indianapolis. So we know that's probably from gang violence. It's not your typical MAGA hat wearing, NRA card carrying, middle-aged white guy shooting people up. So we're not going to hear about this one. Only I hear about it because I got it because it came across my one app
feed. I'll be right back.
Alrighty.
Ow! I'm stiff. Not in a
You
good
would.
way.
You wish.
We got a thunderstorm happening outside.
Oh yeah, I just got it. I just got the alert. Well, I got it 20 minutes ago. Indianapolis Metropolitan Police, Marion County, Indiana. 3 people shot, 1 in critical condition.
Is that a news source or is that
Scanner? No, that's
scanner.
right off the scanner.
Yeah, you're getting it directly from the source. So yeah, that's
Yep.
how I get a lot of my stuff. Yeah,
3
you're
people
not.
shot, 1 critical. Shooter was chased, crashed, and in custody. Georgetown.
Yeah, you're not gonna get that on the news in the morning. You won't even hear about it. And that's another problem, is we want to talk about gun control and all these killings and stuff, and it's like 99% of them are fucking conflict shootings and gang shootings. You know what I mean? And then,
Well, they'll still use a gang shooting for gun control. I mean, they're not shy.
right, there's always a chance that you might be at the grocery store when some wacko comes in here and starts firing it up. There's always that chance. There's always a chance you could be at work when some wacko comes in and starts firing it up. But your chances of getting shot by a mass shooter are fucking slim to none compared to other things. You know what I mean? There's more of a chance you'll die in a fucking car crash than getting shot by a mass shooter. But
correct. But I don't.
They like to make like it's the biggest deal, but they don't give a shit about the 15 people shot every night in fucking Chicago and St. Louis and stuff like that. They don't. That shit doesn't matter.
Well, not to sound cold, I know exactly what you're saying, and I agree with you. But what the last part of what you just said, I couldn't agree with you more. When it's gang related, I can give I could give 2 shots less. I don't.
But you can't demonize you can't.
It'd be like the mafia, right? It'd be like the mafia guys killing each other. Who the fuck cares? You know what I mean? I don't. I just don't care. You know what I mean? So if you got the Crips fucking shooting up MS-13 and MS-13 shooting up fucking the Bloods, and I could give 2 shits less.
I understand that, but I'm
saying, as far as I'm concerned, it'd be 5 or 6 less fucking douchebags in the world.
Yeah,
I understand, Mike, and I'm all for gang shooting, but they use those deaths in the stats to try to get rid of guns.
That's why I wish they would separate it.
Yeah, they use the death, and they also use suicides too. But
yeah.
Well, if you find, you got to dig deep, but when you find the correct stats, the unbiased stats, they do separate all that shit out. But in general, they add them right in. Oh, look how many gun deaths. So
well, that's why you got to if you're talking to some nitwit, you just tell me how many non-gang related or suicide shootings, and then you can have your debate.
Yeah.
You know? And then you can have your debate. You just say, hey, because gangs are always going to have guns. You can make guns illegal. Nobody in the country can have a gun. Gangs are going to have them. Right? Drugs are illegal. Gangs have them. So what the fuck? What do you think? They're not going to carry a gun?
They're going to have more, because I'll tell you what, give my gun to the government and they give me $100. Sell my gun to a gang member, they give me 400.
Right. Oh, I ate too much. My belly hurts.
Uh-oh.
You can't even say that, bro.
I can. I did. I ate too much.
I thought
I
it
just
was
ate like
before you ate.
I just ate like another fucking. I ate a bowl of soup, and I used. I had like 4 buns left in the fridge. I ate those with it.
You know what?
What?
I got this here Nutter Butter. Every time I eat one, I think of Mikey.
You need a glass of milk, though.
I know, but I'm on Chad. I don't want to get too comfortable.
I'd make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but it's almond peanut butter. I hate almond peanut butter.
Hey, Stevie, can you pass me some Nutter Butters?
In a heartbeat. Here you go.
Awesome. Thank you.
Would have been cooler if they had a real butter.
Dish.
Yes. Thank you.
Want one?
Yes. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah.
But stop. Come against them. Get away from the wall. Hey, scooch back to the middle. He scoots against the wall and bangs his fucking squash against the fucking thing, rolling over. Yeah, I definitely have a bellyache now. Shit.
Aw.
I got Tums in the fucking truck.
Well, actually, Alka-Seltzer's better. It breaks it up faster.
Yeah. As long as it's something to make me burp or
I heard
whatever.
Drano works really good on indigestion.
Yeah.
You heard what's good on indigestion?
Drano.
It's like the Lysol I used to use for COVID.
Right.
Better watch what you say, Steve. There's going to be a Drano challenge.
Right.
Like
Cleans the pipes.
only if it gets you high.
Could be worse. Could be fucking dirt blaster.
See, this is what kills me right here. They arrested a 64-year-old man whose name is Anibal Hernandez Santana and charged with assault with a deadly weapon for shooting into an occupied building and neglect discharge of a firearm in Sacramento, the ABC affiliate. The motive remains under investigation. We know what the fucking motive was. He was pissed that Jimmy Kimmel got fired, so he went and shot up an ABC.
Jake, get away from the wall.
What about attempted murder?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do before I was yelling at my kid. How come not attempted murder?
I don't know. It's at least they got him with shooting into a occupied building. That's a little bit stiffer than shooting into a fucking tool shed or something. But still, it's California, dude. Are they going to charge him with having the gun? Because was he legally allowed to have that gun in California? Who knows?
Right.
But what kills me is when they say, we don't know what the motive is. That's just like when Charlie Kirk got shot. They kept saying, well, we don't know what the motive is. How the fuck do you not know what the motive is?
Exactly. And that's why it wasn't a shock when he got shot.
Yeah. Well, it was a shock, though, man.
It wasn't. Not for me. I'm sorry. It wasn't.
Why? Do you believe that he spread hate or something? Or
No. Listen. I don't believe he spread hate. I said this last week. I just think that when
you did it an hour ago.
When people get rubbed the wrong way, and they think they're being wronged. Sometimes they lose their fucking brains and they do stupid fucking things. This was one of them. And that's how it's, but he, you know what I'm saying? And not recently, because like you said, more recently he's got a lot of followers going on to these campuses. But I've been following Charlie Kirk for a very long time.
Yeah, but that's why. That's
when
why.
he started out, again, remember the last week when I was talking and you know, and I said it isn't really so much what you say, it's how you say it. And you want to talk like you're way up here and I'm way down there, and you want to demean people. Well, people think that you're demeaning them, right? They get that vibe that, you know, that you're giving off, that, you know, what you're saying is you know, more important than what you're thinking. So, and people catch on to that real quick. And unfortunately, this guy's fucking just happened to be fucking dating a transgender, and it didn't shock me, dude. It just didn't shock me. I'm sorry. I'm not. Again, for the 19th time, I am 110% against what the fuck happened to the poor prick. But
you just call him a prick?
Huh?
Did you just call him a prick?
Well, yeah, I said the poor prick. I wasn't making fun of him. I'm just, you know.
What do you mean you're not making? You just called him a poor prick.
Well, he's not poor anymore, anyways, because he's dead. But you know what I'm saying.
It's a figure of speech, ball buster.
Exactly.
I'm trying to come up with a way to word it. I'll try to think it through. So if a bunch of conservatives rallied together and started wiping out people that represent the person who shot Charlie Kirk, would that surprise you?
Absolutely, because that'd be the first time it's ever happened.
Yeah, do you see the difference?
But the thing of it is that it wouldn't, because a support is not going to shoot a person you support.
No. First of all, I understand what you're saying about not being shocked, but we have to be careful not to let it become like the norm.
Oh, absolutely. But I'm not. That's what I'm saying. I don't agree with anything the kid did. All right. What the kid should have did was do what these college kids do. All right, that disagree with him, and have a debate. Go to a college that you know he's going to be at. Well, fuck, you already knew that because you shot him at one. Instead of fucking standing on a rooftop taking his ass out, you should have fucking waited in line like everybody else did. Oh, I shouldn't say that. I don't know how he picks the people to do it. If there's a line, I don't know how he does it. Okay, but
there's kind of a line.
Ask how you're allowed to come before Charlie Kirk, and ask how you can fucking speak and debate with him on transgender issue, on fucking abortion, or whatever the fuck issue you want to debate him on. And when you're looking at a man eye to eye, and you're saying da 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 da, now it's a little bit. Now you're not a coward, because anybody can get a fucking rifle and shoot somebody from a fucking rooftop.
I think it also says something.
No, he wasn't even what they say, it was 142 yards away. Jesus Christ, it's a chip shot. I can do that with a golf ball.
But also, I think it a lot of people aren't intelligent enough to have a debate.
Well, fine, then just go and tell them how you feel.
So, you know, it might say something about the kid's intelligence.
Just go and tell them how you feel. I don't think. Don't debate them on the issues. Just say to them, I'll use transgender because this kid's roommate was a transgender, right? So, go and say, you know, I think the way you talk about transgender and them not being equal to us and them being this and that, is wrong.
Charlie never said that.
I'm just saying this is what the kid should have did. I didn't say Charlie said it. I'm just saying if he disagrees with something he might have said or whatever the fuck he said, just go and say, I disagree with what you said, blah, 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 blah.
Well,
You don't have to
that's
debate
the
him.
thing, though. The kid had nothing to stand on because Charlie never acted like that. He would say stuff like, I understand you're having issues.
Right.
I just don't believe, you can't make me believe that you're a woman because you're a guy with a beard with a dress.
Right.
That's all he ever said. That was the only negative.
Right.
You can't force me to believe it.
And it comes down to acceptance, right? It comes down to acceptance. So
He
this fucking
accepted him. He
no,
said,
no,
I
I'm
don't
talking
care
about the
what you
kid.
do in your bedroom.
I'm talking about the kid.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Comes
So
down
the kid didn't accept. The kid is not accepting what he's hearing.
Right.
on
You
the
know?
politicians and media, doing the rhetoric, calling people Nazis and fucking dictators shit and putting shit in people's head
That's just adding fuel to the fire.
and not have to take responsibility for it.
Right.
Well,
Step back,
calling somebody a Nazi is really not cool to begin with. But and I think that didn't he sue and win that case?
Oh,
was
there
ABC.
was a case.
That was ABC, right? Didn't he
What
sue
was
ABC
that?
for that?
There was a big lawsuit about something like that.
I know he won a defamation. I know he won like a $15 million fucking defamation case or something.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
But
like the people on the View.
Right, Jay Watt.
no, was it the View he sued in one?
No,
Anyway, my point is,
MSNBC he sued, I think.
my point is, by saying, well, if the media didn't call him a Nazi, people wouldn't think that, and people wouldn't have shot at. Well, listen,
That's what I was going to say.
as much as I might agree with you, 110% that the media should have been calling somebody a Nazi, that
Mike,
they still didn't make that person go and shoot the fucking president-elect.
let me ask you something. Way back in your younger days when we were all idiots,
Yeah.
did you have anybody in your town or in your school that was a bit of a simpleton and you used to talk them into doing crazy shit?
Well, yeah.
That's what the media is doing to the simpletons that are out there. They're talking them into doing shit. Throw that apple through the church window.
Yeah.
That's what the media is doing.
Yeah, but they shouldn't be doing that, though.
No, absolutely. They should be
I'm
reporting
stuck
the
in the 80s.
news.
You call me a Nazi, I'll just punch you in the face. I'll take the assault charge. Don't care. Been there, done that.
Right?
No big deal. I could care less. I'll just punch you in the face. No, I'm not a Nazi. Bang. And I'll punch you square in the mouth.
It ain't like Trump can go to MSNBC and punch somebody in the face. Or Charlie Kirk.
No. Well,
Or
and no more do I think that Charlie Kirk was a gender hater or a fucking homophobe or a fucking whatever else they fucking called him. He just didn't agree with somebody, if they're either dressing as such or going to change as such, either way.
Right. And the thing is, Charlie Kirk helped more young people than he hurt with his stuff.
I think that if you're going through the whole process and you're going to get your dick chopped off, right? Once you do that, then I believe you should be able to be known as, at least if you were Larry. You know what I mean?
Right.
I personally don't have an issue with it, but I don't think that people I don't understand why people shouldn't just because they get like super mad or angry, whatever you want to, whatever adjective you want to use, because somebody doesn't agree with what they're doing. You know, you just can't walk around shooting people in the head.
Right.
You know?
Charlie Kirk's main thing was to get young voters to vote and not vote because of these, what your group of friends is saying, vote for
Right.
what you know is correct. And he didn't like the stuff where trying to get minors to cut off their wieners and take hormone blockers and stuff.
Right.
He
Yeah,
believed
that
that, you know, once you're 18, do what you want. He
that-
was a very open-minded person, actually, if you listen to his stuff.
Even that's too young.
Yeah, I believe that too,
But
the
I see your
law's
point.
law.
I see a greater point. But yeah, no, no, there's a lot of things that bother me. Like if with a parent's signature, I can go to the service at 17 years old.
Right.
Okay. If it's during wartime, then I take a chance of being killed at 17 years old, right?
Yeah.
Okay. If I narrowly escape being killed, all right, while I'm in this, you know, I'm in a war or whatever, and I narrowly escape being killed, I can't go to the fucking, what do you call it, and sit down and have a beer because I'm not 21 yet.
Yeah. No shit. No shit.
Oh yeah, they're trying to raise the Democrats are trying to raise the age of buying and purchasing a gun to 26 or something like that. And I said, you know what?
Wow.
Hey, you know what? I'll play the game. I'm fine with that. But you have to be 26 to vote, 26 to join the military, 26 to get your driver's license, 26 to buy
26.
26 to buy a pack of cigarettes. If you want to boost one thing up to 26, everything has to be to 26.
26 to get your genitals lopped off.
Yeah, 26 to have a sex change, 26 to buy a home, 26 to do anything. You know? It's ridiculous. It's just
That'll hurt the economy.
That'll be but that won't be a Fed thing. That'll be a state thing. Even if they try, it's gonna be a Fed thing.
no. That would be a federal thing. They're trying to push it to federal. Amy
Well, it
Klobuchar.
all depends what happens in the midterms, right? Because
Yeah.
Well, you know what? If anything good could come out of Charlie Kirk being assassinated, is that people won't vote for these fuckers anymore for a long time until they
I
forget about it.
hope. But midterms get skipped a lot. We need to get voters out
Listen.
there voting.
And let me just let me bring up this fact. Yes, we have to do something about these fucking congressmen and senators and presidents and all that stuff. But this shit, these ideas and this corruption starts at the fucking school board meetings and the local city council.
Yep.
It starts there. So if you keep them out of, they're right now there is a. You want to talk about some shit that's going on? How is this even possible? We have school board members that are running, but they have teamed up to run together.
What?
Yeah, they teamed up and they're running together. They've joined a union. They have like 2 city council members and like 3 school board members that are all running, to try to keep their jobs. So
like the buddy system.
They're doing the buddy system. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, they create.
It's just beyond that. It's because they have something in common. They're untouchable. They have immunity on these school boards.
Yeah.
That's why they're aligning with each other.
I'll tell you.
It all depends where the school board is. Like if you get into your smaller towns, it's townies that went to that their grandfathers and great grandfathers are born in that town. They're raised in that town, and you know, it's just a group of fucking, and that's how they pass all that shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
We
Group
got a
of
school
cronies.
board member. We got a school board member who, when she was because she was appointed because one of them stepped down, so they had to appoint somebody, and now she has to run for office. She has to run for election now, but she's part of that group. She was appointed by, she was voted to be appointed 5-1.
You mean kind of like Kamala?
Yeah. So she was,
Kamala?
but now she has to run. So she joined. You know, so basically every time something goes for a vote, if it has something to do with spending money, it is always fucking 5-1. And the one vote always against it is the one conservative guy. You know the video, the guy that gets up that I have on my YouTube where he gets up and says, "I'm an elected school board member, but I'm not allowed to talk, so I have to stand to hear the comment." Him.
Yeah.
He's the only one that asks, "Where's the money coming from? How much are we spending? Why are we paying for all the teachers' cell phones? You know, why are we paying? Why is the taxpayers paying for teachers' cell phones?"
But yet the parents got to send paper with their kids because the school don't have paper.
Right. Or they want fucking, 37 goddamn glue sticks from each student.
Yeah.
And I'm sick of that, man. I'm sick of having to send a bunch of shit to the school because other parents either refuse to or don't have the money to.
Right.
You know?
It
Well,
happens.
schools should be
My wife's a
taking
school
care of
teacher,
that
trust
shit.
me.
But you know what? I remember when I was in school, we had to buy our own paper.
My wife does. I get mad at my wife all the time because I'll give her, you know, I'll give her part of her birthday present will be like $150 gift card to fucking Amazon, right? And I'll say, it's your birthday, it's your gift. I just have a wish. And she'll be like, what? I says, I wish you spend that on yourself, not the school. You know? As I'm not telling you to. I just have a wish.
Right.
I said, it's your gift, but I'd like to see you spend something on yourself.
Well,
And
your wife is a good teacher and a good person.
sometimes it falls on deaf ears. And sometimes, you know, because like at the end of the year or Christmas or something, she'll get 80 million fucking gift cards to fucking Target. I think in June last year, for the last day of school, she came home with almost $150, $180 worth of fucking gift cards.
Aw.
From Target. Okay. Of that, $20 she spent on herself. Everything else went for school.
Right. Well, you got a good person there.
You know, so it's like, and it isn't, you know, I said to her, I just shake my head at. She says, what? I goes, well, it's like, you know, my old neighbor, she's a school teacher too. And because she's a public school teacher, obviously her salary is, you know, you can go to the town hall and find out what her salary is. And when we do the town meeting and the annual, what do you call it, meeting for the finance end of it, it has every town employee's fucking salary printed in the,
which you
Yeah.
should.
yeah. So I said, yeah, it says, now this was 8 years ago. It says she makes 80 grand a year. She's been teaching for fucking, how old was she? She's 3 years younger than me. So she's been teaching just about 30 years. Well, a little more than 30 years. And I'm like, you know, single mother of 3. And a lot of that money that's, you know, goes to her classroom. You know what I mean? And it's like,
Right.
Yeah, but everybody's like that. You know what I mean?
what's what I'm
Not
saying? It's fucking stupid. You know, the fucking,
I have a friend that's a teacher, and she's always like, "Well,
So-
you don't know what it's like to have to spend your own money to do stuff to be a teacher. You know, in order to do my job, I have to spend my own money to." And I'm like, "South Crimea River, so do mechanics. You don't think of
Not really.
that buys the
Not
mechanic
really.
tools."
Not really. You give another example. Don't say mechanic. Give another one.
How about police officers? Most of the gear that they carry and stuff is paid for by themselves.
Yeah, no. Give me another one because you guys get fucking what do you call it for that too? Because you know damn right well the mechanic puts his on his taxes, so he gets it back. And the cops, you know damn right well they get a what do you call it? Well, my town does anyways.
A voucher?
Our town gets I forget how many. I forget the amount of money they get, but they get it twice a year. Twice a year, once a year.
What are you talking, like a uniform allowance or something?
Yeah, they get an allowance. So,
Stipend.
so does it still come out of their pocket? Yeah, if they want to go above and beyond. But
hang on now. Teachers aren't the only ones that buy shit for their job.
I didn't say they were. I said find a different example.
Fucking 3 or 4. How many do you want me to give you? I give you 3 or 4.
And the first two you gave me don't.
How about this? I
I've
paid for every tool I own for my job.
Yes. Thank you, Stevie.
Dude, what'd you say?
I paid for every tool I own for my job.
That's what I'm saying. It's just that my friend, she thinks because she's a teacher, she's the only one on this fucking earth that has to buy
Not
her
right.
own stuff for her job, and that's not true. All
No, I
kinds of
understand. Of course, my hammer is my hammer, and I don't give it to the new guy
Right.
on the job. So I see her point, but stop your whining.
yeah, that's my thing. Boo-hoo, not
But it is a pain in the prick. I keep telling her she shouldn't do it at all. I think the fucking schools ought to fucking supply it. But that's just me.
People,
I know back in the day they supplied a lot more than they do nowadays when they had all the school budget cuts and all that other bullshit.
Supply it all.
me.
Nate?
My boys both went to private school earlier in their childhood, and we paid tuition. So
Yeah.
you pay tuition, and then you got to buy school supplies, and then they want you to buy Kleenex and Clorox wipes and markers and all, and it's for everyone. It's not just for our kid; it's for everyone in the class. You buy all this
Right.
stuff, and then every week we get a letter home. They come home from school with the letter in their book bag, asking us for fucking more money. Can you donate? Can you do this? It's like, I'm not paying thousands of dollars a month for nothing, am I?
Yeah, but the principal needed to go to the Hawaii for a convention.
Yeah, that's just
there's a young person that just graduated school and is going to be going to college for being a teacher. And I told her, I recommended that if you're going to be a teacher, go find a higher income area to do it. A rich district.
Right.
You're going to get paid really well, so you don't have to worry about that kind of thing.
And go teach at a public school so you get paid more money.
Well, I told her if she's going to do that, public school, she needs to go to a rich district. So
I mean, it has its good points and its bad points, right? Being a
A
public
higher
school
tax
teacher.
base area.
Because with the teachers union, you're a low person on the totem pole. You might be working there 2 years, and then your town might suck, and they're going to do cuts, and then you might get cut because you're a low guy on the totem pole.
Right.
But that's just how life works. That's the union.
that's the
So
thing.
they don't really have cuts at Catholic schools or private schools. So it's you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you're paying. So
Well,
Uh,
my
trick
thing-
but they don't get paid. Private. Well, let me say it this way: at the private school my wife's at, and it's a good one. she don't get paid shit. So, you know,
So work for a private school for security and then make all your money tutoring after school.
well, that's what she does. She nurses on the weekends.
Well, can you?
Right.
So,
I'm not asking how much your wife makes, but can you give me an average of like your area of like what a teacher, even public school, because area matters too, because you know what state you're in.
well, I
Turn off
know,
the light if you need to.
Make up and around Massachusetts.
I know there's a couple of teachers that, because you guys know I live in Drake, so there's a couple of teachers in Drake that just about at 100,000. But
Wow.
that's because
That's
you
higher than
know
I expected.
just
Yeah.
about there. But don't forget, that's not September to June. Their contract, they get paid 12 months. You know, they get paid every week.
Right. Well, you
So-
also got to factor in the cost of living in that area
And
too.
the other thing is, for those that are doing it are doing extras. They're doing summer school. They're doing tutoring. You know what I mean?
Well,
Driver
listen,
training.
if you're a teacher here and you are on bus patrol, like you got to stand out by make sure the kids are safe before after school. If you're on bus patrol, you make extra money. If you are part of athletics and you coach or assist in coaching, you get extra money. If you are a hall monitor, you get extra money. If you pick up a study hall, you get extra
Right.
money.
Yeah,
It's
we
like-
don't have that.
It's like crazy. It's like, oh my gosh. And then starting pay here is like 85,000. It's like,
Yeah, we don't have that.
don't tell me that teachers here are fucking hurting, you know? It's like I'm sorry.
I'll tell you what. For the amount of hours, and she's my wife, so I get to tease her, right? So I tell her, I says, well, you know, you get a week off in December, a week off in February. You got 9 weeks off in fucking.
Should be paying up.
I go, and I tell her, shut up, look at the money you make. But in all fairness, right? In all fairness, she does it with the exception of, no, I can't even say with the exception. Well, yeah, with the exception of Saturdays and Sundays, okay? And your major holidays. My wife does her teaching stuff every other day. So minus Saturday and Sundays in a calendar year, and minus major holidays, she does it every day. And she don't get half of what you just said. Actually,
Well,
she does.
She's
She
working
gets-
for a private
She
school,
gets
though.
she gets
Yeah.
a little. Yeah, I told you she works for a private school.
Yeah.
And it's not an astute.
It's right here.
I mean, there's private schools that have more money than others.
How do I turn it off?
So the private school that she's in is like your
It's closing up on its own.
mid, you know what I mean? Like there's a
No,
couple of private.
Here,
We got a couple of private schools here that, you know, well, what do you call it? The one that fucking President Bush went to is in Andover. Those teachers are probably making fucking 200 grand a year.
dude,
So,
we have a custodian making 105,000 a year.
yeah, I believe
What?
it.
You also have to factor in the cost of living from where they're at. Like 100
Right.
grand, and you're paying $2,500 a month for an
And
apartment.
your cost of living in Ohio is a lot better than my cost of living in Massachusetts.
Oh yeah, yeah. So
By far. That's you know how I know that? my cousin will never move out of Ohio.
we compare houses. A house that 3-bedroom house that looks exactly like a 3-bedroom house by you. You know, it's 16,000 here and it's 500,000 by you.
Right.
But you know what they did here? Every Wednesday we have a late start for the student.
Oh, really?
So it's a late start every Wednesday, and it fucks so much shit up because there's busing, and then parents got to get their kids to school and stuff like that. And basically, it's the teachers didn't want to like. It's like a 2-hour delay every Wednesday, so they can get caught up on grading papers and stuff.
That's fucked up. My wife does that at home.
Go walk around the school one day and see how many are actually doing it.
My wife does that at home. That's what I'm saying. She works. It pisses me off. She called me tonight when she got out of work at 8 o'clock.
Hold on, Jay Watt.
She got out of her 12-hour nursing shift, and she called me, and I said, yes, I know about because I knew she was going to call me about the national the thing, the shooting. And she did. She called for that. She called to see how Jonathan's head was. So I said, where are you? I said, you on your way home? I said, because it doesn't sound like windy or anything. She says, no, I'm at the school. And I'm like, I just shook my head. I go, you better tell me you're with somebody. And because she teaches in the city next door. She doesn't teach in my town.
Right.
And so she teaches in the city that I don't like. And so I tell her once it hits dark, I don't want you. I mean, I come home. I can remember when I was working full-time and my part-time job, pulling a 14 and a half, 15-hour day, coming home at 9:30 at night, and her saying, I know that you're tired, but I have to go to school. And she knows I'm not going to say no to her because she ain't going by herself. And granted, it's only a fucking 2-mile ride, but when I'm dead dog tired, I just want to take my boots off, take a shower, eat, and go the fuck to bed. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I just don't trust it. You know? So I make sure that she's with somebody. You know? But that's what I mean. She's always at that fucking school. Always. You know? So for the money she's getting and the time she's putting into it, yeah, she ain't making what she deserves.
Right.
That's why I say go to public school. But find a town that's, you know.
I bet you them jobs don't open up every day, though. You know, the good paying ones in the good towns.
Well, it's just that they're,
And
you know, once you get in, and God forbid you stay and you get tenured, you're all set. You don't have to worry about a fucking thing.
True that.
You know, you just can't. Don't be stupid. You know, it's like when my oldest son, his teachers took him to they didn't take him. They gave him tickets and a limo ride, the whole 9 yards. Me and my wife took him to a Yankees Red Sox game because he was a Yankees fan. And
you something right on, man. I brought my
so we were taking pictures in front of the house
give me something to write on.
with his teachers, and there's like 3 feet in between everybody. I'm like, hello, can we get a little bit? So we're leaving, and one of the teachers says to me and my wife, they says, Mike, can I give him a hug goodbye? And I go, never ask me if you can give my child a hug goodbye. You want to give my child I'll give him a fucking hug. I said, that's just, you know, don't. I says, I'm not with the program. So I says, and I don't give a fuck you at school. He's having a bad day. You want to put your arm around him? Put your arm around him. Trust me, I'm not one of those fucking people.
Right.
You know, I don't have an issue with that bullshit. You know, but being a teacher today and being a teacher when we were growing up are way two different things. You know, you can't talk to them a certain way. You can't, you know, it's like, you got to be fucking kidding me.
Well, they wouldn't have made the new rules if somebody didn't break the older rules.
Like my daughter, she was at a soccer game. Was it a soccer game or basketball game? Soccer game. The next thing I look over, I'm across the field. I look over, she got her head down. She's on her phone. So I fucking, at the end of the game, she comes off the field. And I says, hey, I got a question for you. She says, what? I go, why the fuck are you on your phone? She says, I don't know. I says, yeah, I noticed that you guys, a lot of you on that. I says, we don't pay attention to the game. My wife hits me. She says, Michael, stop. She says, it's not like football. It's not like you just let it go. I'm like, no, you don't do that. You know? And she's like, it's not Michael. It's a different world. I'm like, all right, whatever. I was just fuck. I says when I was coaching Pop Warner, if a kid ever fucking was on the sidelines especially during a game, and he's on his phone, that fucking thing would have wound up in the woods.
Right.
You know. But yeah, it's so different today with the fucking feature.
Jay Watt. Jay Watt says, tell the whole story, Mike. You wanted a hug too.
Yeah.
See, I feel a little different about the hug thing.
I don't. You had to know my son.
But I'm just saying, I mean, I'm like, I grew up in a family where, like, you know, give Aunt Edna a hug. You know, Aunt Edna fucking stunk, and you know,
and had hairy armpits.
I never, you know, go give Grandma a kiss or whatever. If they don't want to, I didn't force my kids to hug or kiss any family member. You know what I mean? So I'm not. That was just my
Uncle Pervy.
I did.
I got to turn the volume up here.
But the boy with Patrick Anthony, it was a different situation. So
why is it so dark? I mean, I think last time I was sitting here, I had the TV on. That's why it was so bright. So let me turn the TV on. See if I get.
At the same time, I told her too. I says, listen, you have the permission to give my kid a hug. You also have my permission to stick your foot in his ass. So when he needs to be scolded, scold him.
Right. That's in my neighborhood I grew up when I was a kid, I got more paddlings from other kids' moms than I did my own. Or I shouldn't say paddling, swats.
Are you watching porn, Ohio?
No, I'm getting ready. I'm trying to put on the damn chat so I can see your beautiful face even bigger on the TV.
Mikey.
Subscription.
Fell asleep.
He dipped out. Did we piss him off?
You probably hit the wrong button. It's a quagmire. There it is. God damn, that dude in the lower left corner is ugly as hell.
Got it made, got it made, got it made.
There's a vigil for Charlie Kirk tomorrow in our town that people had put together, and it's already getting people talking about showing up and protesting it and shit. And I was like, God, now I want to fucking go. You know what I mean? I was going to probably go just, you know, out of respect or whatever, but now they're talking about protesting it. Fuck yeah, I think I'm going now.
Hey, if they start messing up the memorial, you're going to start slapping the shit out of people, Ohio?
Probably. I might need bail money, guys. So
I want video first, then I'll give you bail money.
Start a GoFundMe.
No, they only do that for bad guys and murderers.
They do it for criminals, yeah.
Now, I know some people that got in trouble on GoFundMe and they took the money away and held it and suspended it and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I also heard Elon Musk was involved with GoFundMe. But how could they raise money for a criminal or allow people to raise money for a criminal?
Because it's not against the law.
Because they make money off of it, they get a cut.
Wow. That's
So,
true.
a lot of times they take it down once someone complains, though, because they put up that kid that stabbed that boy at the track meet.
Yeah.
They put up a GoFundMe for him, and well, maybe they didn't take that one down because their parents got all the money and they wasted the money, and now they want.
Well,
Yeah, they got all the money for his defense, and they took the money and they bought a new house in a gated community and everything, and now they're
right.
asking for a court-appointed attorney.
Yeah. Nice.
And they no.
It sounds a little bit like they're using their kid.
Yeah, they know that
Yeah,
that
kind of.
kid was guilty from day one. I don't know why they even tried to spin the narrative. You know,
So
first
they
of all,
could get a GoFundMe.
you stab another kid, and then the first thing is, oh, it's self-defense. No, it wasn't self-defense. There's plenty of witnesses and video that prove that it wasn't self-defense. And then, why did he have a knife on school property? You know what I mean?
Yeah, in a backpack.
In a backpack.
Yeah, I like that. I like what still
It's an area he wasn't supposed to be, and they didn't want him there because he didn't go to that school. You know what I mean? He went to a different school, and he was trying to hang out. He was probably macking on some girls. You know, he's probably macking on some girls at that school, and they told him, "Hey, man, you're in the wrong tent. Go to your fucking tent." And he got pissed and stabbed the dude. You know, and now they want to turn it and make it all about race and shit. You know,
Also egg the guy on to hit him.
yeah, do something. Yeah, do something about it, or make me or something.
Right.
I swear.
Yeah, they thought a 7-year-old brought a knife to my wife's school until they found out it was a comb.
So they.
Guys,
Night.
Night.
Good night.
Guys,
Night.
Seen,
Miss you guys.
There's just so much shit.
I said to the wife, I goes, wasn't anybody smart enough to check to make sure it was a knife before they all fucking, freaked out? Did anybody take it out of the fucking thing and to make sure that, well, it was another student saying she has it with her. I said, okay. So you fucking grab the student, call the parent, say, hey, we just want them da-da-da to have permission to search your fucking book bag. Yep, we do. Okay. And then now you find out if it's a knife or it's a comb or it's a fucking boss.
No,
You know what I mean?
you let them keep the gun in the backpack and let them go back to class like they did in Oxford. Fucking idiots. They should all be in jail.
Well, you know what? Those parents, though, they also refused to take him home.
Yeah. Well,
you remember?
he's in school. We're busy doing crack.
We're busy doing something else. Yeah, we don't have time.
Yeah, but why didn't they check his backpack if they were suspected? If they had suspicion. All right, he can stay here. Let us check his backpack.
Yeah.
Would have cured it.
A lot. I wasn't really. I'm still on the fence about charging parents for somebody else's fucking actions. You know what I mean?
Right.
But they bought him that gun, and then they knew he had that gun on him,
Well,
and she
they're fucked.
had not to do what he was going to do.
Then
So
they're
she.
fucked.
What's that, Mike?
Then they're fucked.
Yeah, but the one guy.
How did they know he was going to do what he was going to do?
She texted him. I know what you're going to do. Don't do it. It's not worth. And he did it anyway. He started shooting people. She knew.
Are you freaking kidding me?
It's like the mother of the fucking.
Go watch the court case, dude. Go. That's why she's in fucking prison forever.
It's like it's like the mother of the fucking the kid that shot up Sandy Hook. You know what I mean?
Right
she knew that he wasn't fucking right in the head, and she knew that because she's the one that got him to go to counseling before he was even 18. And then instead of being fucking smart and taking all their guns out of the house, or not giving him the fucking combination, or not taking him to the fucking range, you know what I mean?
Now, I heard he broke into that safe. He had the combo?
He had the combination.
I know he killed
So,
her. steal her guns. Yeah.
He killed her first.
Yeah.
He killed her first. But the point is, right? What should have happened, and I'm not talking ill will of the dead, but what should have happened was the day she knew there was something wrong with her son, the day she went to the fucking, took her, because he was a minor then, and took him to go see a shrink, whatever it was, because there was something off about him, okay? She should have found a friend and said, hey, just take my safe with it, and I'll come back for him at another time.
Right.
You know, all legal, like, make sure your friend has, all legal, like, make sure your friend has a license, blah, 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 blah. Right? It's just one less avenue the kid could have had.
Devil's
You know what I mean?
advocate. Maybe she knew the son had it in him to harm her, is why she kept the guns around.
Those are the only parents that I think that should be, because I'm with you, Ohio, right? I don't think you should come after parents for every little thing. But when it's like those parents you were mentioning, they have a right to come after them.
Yeah, Steve,
Yeah.
I tell you what, bud, look into that case up in Michigan, because I was almost pissed that they were charging the parents. I was like, this is bullshit, blah, blah. But then once I started watching the court case and all the evidence come out, they abused that kid. They neglected him.
I know that part.
Yeah,
I know that part. Yeah, they were party parents. Left them alone all the time, all kinds of shit.
They bought him that gun in order to try to like appease him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, they probably ignored him, but treated him like a spoiled child. You know, give him shit just to shut him up.
You want to hear something? Not funny, but you want to hear something? My boys, one's 20 and one's 18. So they're both legally allowed to go
already.
Yeah, ain't that crazy?
So they both graduated.
Huh?
Are they both graduated?
One graduated in 23, and the other one graduates this year.
Wow.
For the school year next year, 26.
Wow.
So, they're
That's
both legally allowed to go buy rifle shotguns right now. You know.
Yeah.
When they were younger, I bought them each a rifle, and those rifles were kept in my gun safe, and only I have the code to get into it. Nobody else has the code to get into my gun safe, just me. So when I die, you know, you guys are gonna have to fucking cut that shit open, because I'm not giving my combination to anybody. But they're legally to have these guns, and guess where those guns are at right now? Still in that fucking safe, and I'm the only one that has the combination.
Absolutely.
They don't have access to it anytime they want. They have to ask me, you know. Granted, they don't shoot like they, you know, when they were younger, they used to like to shoot, but now, you know, they discovered bass guitars and video games and girls. And guns kind of go.
Yeah.
You know, eventually, you know, I did the same thing. Eventually, they'll come back to it probably, you know, and say, you know, they both want pistols when they turn 21, because they want to be able to carry for protection.
Right.
My one son, he was like, I can buy an AR right now. And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, I'll just wait. I want a pistol. You know, it's like, okay, but there's nothing wrong with owning an AR. You know, it's like, you're going to need one sooner or later.
So back to that Oxford story for a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
The mom was texting that kid, don't do it, don't do it. Was that before or after they went to the school and had the meeting?
It was after the meeting, because they got home.
Oh my God.
When they got home, they left the kid at school. They wouldn't take him there. When they got home, they realized the gun was gone. And she asked,
this shit don't happen in Massachusetts, just saying.
What's that?
Yeah,
This shit
neither
don't
does
happen in
Mikey
Massachusetts.
carrying around his own AR. So
just you people in fucking Palm Knockerville.
Damn right.
I don't know how many. Let's just Google and see how many mass shootings there were in Massachusetts.
Go ahead, do that. Please
A
do.
lot more than you think.
Massachusetts.
Oh, really? You want to bet?
Yep.
Well, let's just see.
I'll bet you one hug with Dish. Oh wait, I already won.
Okay, let's see. 1992. Is it Baird College at Summons Rock? Then there was the Boston Chinatown Massacre, the Edgewater Technology shooting, the Watertown shootout.
Oh, that's no. Take Watertown out of there.
Wow.
Because those are cops.
Yes, but it still goes in the statistics. So
Jesus Christ. You watch what
yeah,
I
that's
watch.
another thing they add to gun deaths is the cops.
What was the Boston Chinatown Massacre? I've never heard of this.
No shit.
What year was that?
1991. Let's see. The
Oh,
Boston Town Massacre, or the Tyler Street Massacre, was a gang-related shooting in which 5 men were killed. Executions
Oh,
yeah. It don't count.
right.
at a gambling den in
Yeah.
the early morning hours of January 12th, 1991.
Yeah.
So I never heard of that. So
Yeah,
let's go.
that don't count.
Well, yeah, it does.
It's a gang war. Gang war. I told you, gang wars and mafia shit don't count.
Look, but in
You have a school. Show a school shooting.
on December 14th, 1992, a mass shooting occurred at is it Baird or Bard College in Great in Massachusetts, United States. A student and professor were killed.
Where the hell is Bard College?
What?
Where the hell is Bard College in Massachusetts?
And well, I'm going to look. It is on the border. What state is that? Is that?
It's either New York, Rhode Island, Connecticut, Vermont, or New Hampshire.
Damn, how many states you touch?
5.
I'm
Holy
looking.
shit.
Okay, and if you're looking at the map of Massachusetts, it is the far left bottom corner.
Ashley Falls. Yeah, so that's either Connecticut or New York.
Let's see. Show map of the United States.
Bottom far left hand corner, like where the L part of my hand is. Well, I can't do it that way.
Oh, it'd be so much easier if you
Right.
could just go like that.
The L part, that's New York and Connecticut.
Guess what type of rifle he used?
And they
Bolt action.
SKS.
Ooh.
And what year was that?
92.
Oh, so that was the year of the assault weapons ban.
Yeah, hence the laws.
94 was the assault weapons ban.
I thought it was 92.
No, it was 94. And it sunset in 2004. Edgewater Technical. Oh, December 26, 2000.
Edgewater. Oh, that was in
Wakefield.
Wakefield. Yeah, but nobody got shot, right?
An employee at Edgewater Technical shot and killed 7 of his coworkers.
That's right.
Wow.
It's the deadliest mass shooting in Massachusetts history.
I'm going to say they don't do it often, but they do it big.
Yeah, that was
He used AK-47, 12 gauge, a 32 caliber pistol.
that's 2 towns over from where I grew up. And that's a to-do town, by the way. That's not some fucking inner city fucking,
Oh my! The perpetrator was Michael Morgan DeLucia.
Yeah, I'm sure. Lies. It's all lies. You was liar.
Right there. Michael Morgan DeLucia.
Yeah.
No, it's Michael Morgan.
Jesus. No wonder you can't have a weapon. Jesus. You didn't tell us all that.
Oh, I can have them.
Michael McDermott.
I can have them. I just can't get caught with them.
All right, when you're done with Massachusetts, type in Michigan.
Oh Lord. Okay.
We don't have that much time.
Just out of curiosity.
It's 1:23. We don't have that much time.
Yeah,
So we had 2 shootings. 1 school shooting and one
It is a bigger list. It's not too much bigger.
one work related.
way back when it wasn't cool though. So you were like the starter of it all.
Well, it was right after Columbine.
Yeah, that's it.
Wasn't Columbine like 91, 92 or some shit like that?
98.
Columbine was 98.
Yeah, during the assault weapon. And isn't that something?
See?
1997, the Detroit shootings. 2011, Grand Rapids shootings. Also in 2011, the Hazelwood massacre. 2016, Kalamazoo shootings. 2023, the Michigan State University shooting.
Okay, now you still want to fucking fuck with me?
1985,
Half of those
the
are gang related.
shooting.
Just a Detroit one.
Oxford High School shooting. There was a family shooting where somebody killed their entire family.
See, that shouldn't count.
There's
Well, that
another
happens a lot during the boredom of winter.
Right, that shouldn't count.
I can't take you bastards no
He
more.
probably wanted fucking spaghetti for dinner or something.
in 2024, the Rochester Hill shooting, the Rock Road massacre, the Royal Oak Post Office shooting, and
Oh, he
St.
went postal on him.
You know, I worked with that guy's brother,
Oh, really?
and he completely thought his brother was completely justified in doing that. You could not change it. Well, he was like 6 eggs short of a dozen, but
That's the difference between my brothers and that guy's brother, because my brothers would have just beat the shit out of me for doing something like that.
right,
But in the same breath, they wouldn't let you shit on me about it though.
right.
So like I'm in jail and you shit on me about it. You're in a bar and you shit on me about it. You're gonna get punched in the mouth.
Crack.
It's just our thought process. Not that our thought process is right.
Right.
It's just the way it is.
Don't fuck with family.
You know.
Now, see, this is not right because I looked up Ohio shootings, and they have the Columbus nightclub shooting. That was not a mass shooting. The guy went to the club and he killed Dimebag Darrell from Pantera. That was up on stage. So that's not
Yeah,
a
a
mass.
bunch of them ones you read off in Michigan are gang related. I bet you.
Well, I'm looking at Ohio. There's the 2022 Butler Township shootings. What's this? It takes me to another site. It doesn't help. So I don't know what the Butler. Then the 2012 Chardon High School shooting. I know about that. That kid he actually escaped from fucking prison, and they actually caught him a couple days later.
Wow.
He wore a shirt. He wore a shirt that he made in jail, like because you're allowed to have white T-shirts. He used a marker or something, and he wrote something on his shirt about killing the fucking kids. He had no remorse, man. He was pure evil at court. You should get on YouTube and look up the Chardon High School shooter court. It's crazy. And there was a Cincinnati shooting, 1933 Cleveland shooting. Wonder what that was. March 6, 1933, Herman Klink, a 40-year-old mentally ill man.
Colonel Klink?
Herman Klink, yeah. Shot 11 people in Cleveland with
Holy
a 20
shit.
rifle. 2 of the victims died at the scene, and 3 others died later in the hospital. He was shot and killed by police after a brief standoff. Okay. That was 1933. Yep. 1933. So
yes,
they're 38 specials.
To answer your question. Jay Watt, to answer your question, Watertown was part of the shooting. But it shouldn't be because it was cops that were doing the shooting.
Well, no, those guys.
Well, he did. He killed Sean. He killed Sean, and then he killed his brother. Well, no, he ran over his brother. He didn't shoot his brother. So yeah, he killed Sean, but that's just a single. That's not a mass shooting. He only killed one person. Well, with a gun.
But yet the nightclub shooting in Columbus is considered a mass shooting. Only one person died. No,
It shouldn't be.
So then we got the 2019, the Dayton shootings. Remember that.
So you still have more in Massachusetts. We had 2. We had a college one, and we had Edgewater.
Now, see, here's one happened in 1975. A mass shooting. He used the 357 Magnum and the 22 caliber handguns. 11
That's mafia.
motive: revenge for his mother and brothers showing him little affection, possible psychosis and paranoia, and he was mentally ill. So he killed his entire family because his mom and brother picked on him, I guess. I don't know. He was found not guilty on nine counts of aggravated murder because they found him insane.
Hang on, Jay. What's your exact point? I'm lost, buddy. Help me out. Spell it out for me.
They list the Kent State shootings as a mass shooting.
What, the riots in the 60s? They should have.
In 1970, May 4th.
70.
Yeah.
I said 60. Sorry, you're right. 1970, Kent State. Yes.
Yep.
They should. There was a fucking riot like a motherfucker. Doesn't matter if only one person died. That was a fucking. Have you ever seen that fucking video on that?
For dead in Ohio.
But the thing is, that was perpetrated by the government.
All right, listen. Do you have any more on your list?
Oh, there's quite a few here, but you know.
Wow. All right. Here's the deal. It's fucking 1:30 Eastern Standard Time. Watch your hands here, for fuck's sake. What's going on with my TV?
Probably burned up from the heat.
No, I only have the one heater on.
Bam. It says Ohio is ranked 5th most for school shooting incidents. Let's see. What state has the most mass shootings? Any guesses?
Probably
Who wants to guess?
California.
Ohio.
California.
Florida.
Florida. That's all them old people. Mass crutch hitting, I can see, but
I want to tell you right now, it's a state that has the most gun control.
It's not Massachusetts.
Illinois.
No, it's
Well,
California.
yeah, there's a murder every other fucking day in Chicago, so it makes sense.
Stevie was right. It's California.
All right, you guys, listen. It's 1:32.
Right
Thanks
on.
for the chat, Mikey. It was awesome.
Right.
All right, I'm gonna get out of here.
Good times.
Yep.
All right, you guys. Good seeing everybody. Enjoy the rest of the weekend.
Whoop, whoop.
I'm gonna do my best. Well, I'm here till Monday, anyways. Maybe Tuesday
Maybe Wednesday. Fuck
again.
it. Yeah, you might as well just stay the rest of the week and come home on Saturday.
I wish I could. All right, you guys. I'll see you. Thank you.
Peace.
Later, all.